Exact
This
23,157. Eurozone consumer
this gold
confidence.
this gold trade's
Pretty much
holding,
all right.
Andre. Hogue,
Oh, yeah.
Hogue, it's
Oh,
pushing. Beautiful
Yep,
trade. That I love that setup that you have.
it's going. At least
Oosh.
holding.
Made me a
whoosh
little
is right.
nervous with the 420 stop. It's at 420, right?
Yeah,
420.
it's pretty tight. I want it to hold the IB low.
Okay.
What price is that?
21 half.
Oh, okay.
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 Grind
It
a
should
little
make
bit
sense.
here.
Make sense.
That's trade 34.24.
I bought one
Ugh.
micro at 165 and a tick.
You're in? Plus 23,165.25 long one MNQ. Again, the president is scheduled to speak at a. Nope, that has disappeared from the calendar. I take that back. It has disappeared from the
Huh?
calendar. No longer expected to speak at the AI event. So no longer. Things are updating here in real time. We also have a 20-year auction at noon Central. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Yeah,
Don't
we had
expect
Fitch.
much spice there, but
Okay.
as
Is
always,
it
just
a,
make sure you're aware of it on your orders.
it was last month's 20-year. That was the big one, right?
Yeah,
2 months,
and like I
20-year.
said before, the auctions matter more when you hear more about the yields in your paper. It'll be really important when you hear your Uber driver talking about bond yields. But
Oh gosh.
yeah, usually that's when they're higher. When we see the 30-year at 5%, the 10-year above 4.5 has been when the bond auctions have been more sketchy. But it's always a good idea to be aware that there will be some volatility at that time when it comes out at noon central.
Well, I don't. What are 10-year yields at right now? Around 4.3. Again, a week from today, FOMC policy decision. Week from
Let's take a look.
today,
See.
Top Step TV wall to wall coverage from the rate announcement to the prepared remarks to the press conference. I can only imagine what Jerome Powell will be asked a week from today in
So I
that
keep
press
bringing up
Spectacle,
conference.
this
right?
the day chart, 10-year yields. It's really like
No,
a broader consolidation, or just sort of like narrowing since back in 2023. We've been in a pretty tight range here between 4.2 on the low side, besides a little tariff tantrum stuff over here, and 4.6. So that's a pretty narrow range. Right now, we're right in the middle of that range.
Nice. Very
got that
stable.
thing. Yeah, they got that thing stabilized.
Yeah, they do.
Knuckle. What do you call him? Numbskull? Oh, Numbskull yesterday? Knucklehead?
Knucklehead.
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 What would be
Knucklehead's.
more bullish would be like nincompoop,
Yeah.
wanker.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
What are some other
Waker.
old ones?
those are the dovish words. Dovish.
Yeah.
Nincompoop.
Yeah.
Poindexter.
There's some other ones I can say. Bellend. Shout out to all the Bellend. 63.57 last trade in the ES. Remember yesterday in the NASDAQ, we saw 1,000 lots coming in frequently. We saw 700 lots coming in the NASDAQ ladder. Nothing just yet. 20 lots to the downside. Hogue, I got my eye on this
Gold
gold.
is
Looking
looking.
okay. We got an upside on this thing. What are we thinking here? 34.26 last trade.
My ultimate goal would be all the way up back at IB high 34.40.90.
It was traded yesterday, right? 40.90s trade yesterday. We got close.
Yes.
Okay.
That's actually the TPO point of control from yesterday.
Okay. 50-50s on the tilt right now. Those numbers out of
Kind
the
of a
way.
preliminary goal up around 34.34,
34.34.
which is VWAP.
Bottom of check that. I do have the overnight view at 34.34. Bottom of the hour, we got EIA crude oil inventories. You want to have a nice chuckle. Tune in for that number and see how the market reacts to that. Again, comically large misses as opposed to what's forecasted. And crude oil will just kind of do what crude oil wants to do. And bottom of the hour, we got EIA crude oil inventories. Keep you posted on that.
One last thing that I think we should remind everybody with the big earnings coming out today. You can trade till 310, but if you hold past the bell, just be prepared. There could be if they release those earnings for either Tesla or Google, the NQ, which I know you all love, is going to react strongly. So just be aware.
They sure do love it, Jack. They sure do. All right, Doom, you're
Love
still
the
in this
NQ.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Doom, you
staying
on
out.
for this?
I'm just plotting a zero expiration casino play at the end of the day.
Oh gosh.
Looking at my micro.
Someone asked, Doom. Someone asked in the chat, "Are you indeed trading in that beautiful recliner? You look very comfortable. You look very chill, very zen. Are you still trading in the recliner?"
It's
As we
the
push
best,
higher.
bro. Look at it. Look,
Love it,
look
man.
at that. I'll fly
Look at
first
that.
class.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are, man.
Yeah.
Look at that, Doom. Love it. We got a little push there. ES. It's like ES is the leader. There's leaders and laggers. ES and the Nasdaq gold.
Don't
Questions
ever-
here: 34.28. 63.59 last trade in the ES. 3,166. Doom, they want to know what kind of chair. What kind of chair is that? It's a recliner, but I think they want to know brand and
No
maybe
brand.
model number.
Amazon choice. And
Okay.
just a pro tip: buy fabric.
Yes.
The leather or the fake Fox or whatever, it's just gonna make you sweaty.
Sticky.
You can't. Yeah, kind of sticky, and you start kind of. No, that's why I never kind of like gaming chairs and stuff. After
You do.
3 or 4 hours in it, you get
Ugh.
I don't know, that bad
Enough.
sensation in your bottom. Let's put it that way.
Can't have that, man. We gotta be locked in. We gotta be locked in on these markets. Right past the bottom again, bottom of the hour. EIA crude oil inventories. You want to throw it to my main man, Jack? We'll keep an eye on these markets, but you always have great nuggets and tidbits, insight into what you're seeing over there. So, what do you got for us so far today, Jack?
Yeah, we'll do news now, and I'll show a chart of the day later.
Okay.
But let's talk about Tesla earnings because I find this company fascinating. I do not have an opinion one way or the other. I'm not long or short Tesla, so it's fun to look at. But very interesting earnings projections for a company worth what it is. Today, they're going to be looking for a 40 cents per share earnings. But what's interesting here, this is quarterly. You see that their actual results, that their earnings have been going the wrong direction for a company with 180 PE multiple, right? From 71, 45, 52.
short 3.
Let's go to the next one really quick. This one shows the revenue as well. And you can see how much this is yearly now, how much they're banking. Like they're writing off 25 is kind of a crappy year, but they are really banking on things picking up with the autonomous driving, with the robots. So it's really one of the more speculative $1 trillion stocks I've seen. But
That's weird.
let's see what
What are
happens
those?
today.
What are
They
those
have
revenue
low
numbers, Jack?
The revenue numbers are, I'm looking at the side here. They've been flat since 2023, right? They made about 97 billion in revenue in 23, 24, and that's what's projected for 25. So I don't know. If people trust Elon, go for it. It's just unusual. So that's why I'm showing this right now.
97 bill.
On a lighter note, see if I can open this up right here. Okay. This
We
is
got-
interesting. Were you in Cannes this weekend? I was not. But we got
No, I
LeBron
wish I
James,
was.
Bezos, and Ken Griffin partying to Not Like Us, just the way Kendrick
Uh-oh.
planned it. I like the commentary.
You gotta
Um,
be. What a
there's
time to be alive.
Mr. Citadel. And if we go to the next, I got a screenshot too to show that Lord Amazon is there as well.
Look at this.
Yeah. How do you get into one of those
Man.
parties?
Well, it sounds like you gotta be worth a bill as the that's the buy-in for this. That is incredible. Look at them just having the time of their life. Oh man, south of France.
Just
That would be a
can. I got
billionaire.
it.
They
Can.
should name that
Con. Yeah, is it?
the days where you're not manipulating the underlying asset. Be like,
Oh, to be a billionaire in the
They
south.
literally, they should not allow Ken Griffin and Jeff Bezos to be in the same room.
right?
Doom, earlier you
Why?
talked
What'd they
about
do?
pocket change. Who knows? I'm afraid of.
What did Bezos do wrong? Amazon's return policies the shit. I don't care. He deserves
It
every
is.
penny he's worth.
It is.
his return policy. They don't even
I
check
love
if
it.
you return it or not. You get your money back whether you return the damn thing or not. Shout out
I
to
love it.
Bezos, man. You nailed it with that return policy. You put the
You
squeeze
know
on
what
that.
they have now? They come and pick it up from your home. You don't even have to go drop it off. They will come and pick it up from your front door.
Incredible.
Mm. And we
Incredible.
wish Mr. Bezos, as a company that uses his Amazon Web Services, we wish him a very I don't know what the right thing to say is, fruitful, happy second marriage. We're all
Yes.
rooting for you, Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Doom, you mentioned losing $187 being pocket change. I saw this meme someone posted on Wall Street Bets, and this is indeed too real. Losing
Oh,
$1,000
no, the
Yup.
flippage.
versus
The
losing
flippage was the
$1,000
pocket change.
trading.
The loss wasn't.
So true.
It's more tangible when it's not
Who was
trading.
it? Vince said it. Absolutely. You put $1,000 on your desk.
Order
and
filled.
You're gonna clinch. You're gonna
I've been
grab out
there.
the thing and hold it. Yeah, $1,000 on the screen. We're a little callous to it. It's it's just numbers on a screen, but that's a great meme right there because that's exactly
I've
it.
always
Sometimes-
used the example is like money is money. And when I was trading, it's like if I was flat on the day and I lost $5,000 on something, I would be like, F, that's not good. But if I was down $30,000,
Order filled.
that extra 5 goes real easy. You're just like, well, whatever.
It's just the first number before the comma. Okay, Dakota, you are short 3 M and Q. What price?
159.
23,000. You like this to the downside. This first trade was a short.
Yep. We're having a hard time holding these rallies. We'll see if this pop could go through. We just hit session lows, right there. It was 140,
46.
49
Yep.
session low.
Apple, Microsoft not looking good. Claude. All right. Thank you for that.
Update on our
Hoax.
gold trade. We're currently long just 3. I got 2 near volume value high, and we now have no risk on the trade. So we
Great.
got out
I
of
feel like
2
10 lots
at 2 to 1,
trade.
at 1 to 1 basically, and now we're risk off. We're just gonna let it fly.
Sell 2 for the rally. Hoag.
Yep.
I think we're short now.
I hope so.
I think we're short. We did just have some new lows in the NASDAQ, 23,146. Now NASDAQ's going to be leading the way down. ES a little bit more reluctant, 63.57. Crude trading 64 beneath $65, $64.93. Anything on the tilt? 72% long gold right now on the tilt. And
Not seeing
EIA
the
crude
flush
inventory.
yet on the NASDAQ. I want to see. Kind of just holding this 50 level.
Well, there's buyers just below here in the S&P.
So 3,500 lot come in and wipe out some bids there. Nothing really coming back it up. So chop around the lows, 63.56. We might have some more selling coming in here.
See a
Grind this
flush
thing
down
out.
Go
to
to
those
the can of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
And the Ozark.
John Jones was saying in the chat.
That sounds like fun to me.
Hey, Dakota, you talked about the flush. You're looking for that flush. What does it
Yeah, it's
look
like-
like when you see a flush? Are you watching the ladder or are you watching the chart?
I'm watching the chart. A lot of times when we on the short side is stops getting popped. So everyone who's long that has stops down here, maybe the stops are piled up below those 090s, like maybe 0100. We just have a nice run, like just a pop, like or a sell down, or flush, whatever you want to call it. Run liquidity of like 10, 15 points, and then immediate rejection. And see what we did back. What was this, July 22nd? See those nice wicks where we just flushed right down and then had that rally back up. I'm just looking for that run of stops and see how we're just kind of slowly consolidating here in these 50s. It'd just be a nice run down to those 30s and then a recovery. I might be wrong too, but a lot of times we'll see that.
The sell downs have been like this week. Kind of grinding, if you will. Orderly.
I almost closed my trade, not because Coach Dakota though, but it is making a descending wedge and a downtrend on a 1 minute, like smaller time frame. Got getting a little sketched, but I'll let it play.
Hmm.
That's one of those days that I believe that we're gonna flip the whole day V shape, maybe hit a new high, maybe hit a new all-time high. Nobody knows. It's a good low. I like to be cheap.
Yeah, the fact that we
Rolled off the
haven't
tongue
flushed
right there.
yet
It
has me
rolled off the
concerned.
tongue for you there, dude. I like that. All right, we were talking about earlier with Jack. We have this historic, the greatest trade deal in the history of humankind. The president and Japan have come to an agreement, but we got more on that. Bring in the clip. I want to get Jack's thoughts on what the president had to say. The trade deal in Japan.
But I just signed the largest trade deal in history. I think maybe the largest deal in history with Japan.
President Donald Trump on Tuesday touting what he described as a massive trade deal with Japan, America's fifth largest source of imports. The long-awaited agreement includes a 15% reciprocal tariff on Japanese goods exported to the United States. The deal also calls for Tokyo to invest $550 billion into the U.S. Trump said America will receive 90% of the profits, but didn't say how those investments would work or how the profits would be calculated. Also Tuesday, Trump said he and President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines reached a trade agreement. And he revealed more detailed terms of a deal with Indonesia. Both agreements call for 19% tariffs on goods imported to the U.S. from the two countries, with no tariff on American goods shipped there. Meanwhile, an August 1st deadline for a U.S.-Canada trade deal is fast approaching, and it's not yet clear that an agreement will be finished by then.
I mean, we'll see. We're working to get the best deal for Canadians, and that's the focus now.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
I'm reporting, Jack. What do you thought that? The greatest trade deal in the history of Japan and the United States.
Well, I mean, it's good that we're getting the trade deals out. So they're down from like what was like 24 to 15. I think they got the break on the autos too, which might have been what Japan was looking for to go from 25 to 15. The part that I don't understand and we'll need more info is taking 90% of profits on a $550 billion investment.
That one.
That's a new one to me. But I'd have to look more into what exactly that means.
I'm a pro tariff guy, just for the reason that people
Are you?
people outside of the United States, like in Europe or Japan or almost everywhere, they want to drive Cadillacs. You know, they want to drive caddies, but they're $15,000 to some places $30,000 more expensive.
Yeah,
because
it could be tricky to drive a Cadillac down a road in Kyoto, but like, no, I get what you're saying. It's like I'm not
why not?
totally
Why
against
not?
because the roads are tiny.
Pro tariff.
I'm not like
That's a first.
militantly anti-tariff. I just think that they should just be kind of specific to certain industries. I don't love blanket tariffs.
Well, Dakota, what'd you say there? You muttered something. That's a first.
Yeah, it's like you don't really see pro tariff people here in the United States.
We got
Here
one
in
there in
Navarro,
Florida.
there's one.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah,
had one in Florida right there on the recliner. Pro tariff Doom in the house. That's your new name.
Yeah.
Pro tariff why? For us? It was we're paying more. We're paying higher price. What happened to free trade, Doom?
Doom's
No,
rich.
Just an
Oh,
update. We're flat gold now. Payment guys. I still like the trade, but
more people with money, more people spending. You don't mind the price. If you're making bank, you don't really look at the sticker. That's how I see the end game.
Man, you sound in touch, man. You sound in touch with Main Street right there, Doom.
How much did a banana cost?
Yeah,
Oh.
dude, man, I love trader life, man. Oh, the chat's fired up on that.
That
one. I love you,
recliner,
dude.
man. That recliner is getting
That
to you.
recliner. Hey,
It could be. Nah, it's not.
I'm joking.
But,
That was hey, there you go.
You know, former trucker. It's in my heart. I'm looking for that massive inflow of construction, new buildings, new jobs, new stuff coming in, highways, factory trucks, zoom, freight warehouses, people buzzing. The bees are buzzing in the hive, man. I want to see that.
That's awesome.
I love you, man. You're the best. Let's update these positions. Are you still long, Doom, or Dakota? Are you still short?
Yeah, I'm about break even here. Just looking at it, patiently waiting. So to start scrolling up on my chart.
Okay. Hogue, update on this gold. I believe we're out. Flat. Okay.
Nice.
Good
So
read. Good read. Would you look to get back
Mhm.
in from the same price of 34.23, Hogue?
Yeah, I mean,
Would you look to go back to
I still like the trade. We got out of two of them at 1-to-1 and
Huh?
moved our stop up to basically break even, which I hate doing. And that's what got us that move to break even. To me, the trade is still valid. Let's see if we can get better trade location though.
Yeah, for sure. Lap that
Like that.
on.
All right, 9 minutes.
That's such a
9.
fine line. That's such a fine line where you should take the risk off or keep the initial risk. It's such a fine line, and I, I don't think there's a right answer to it. It's
No.
so personal.
Well, yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing like that.
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But this one, Hogue, that was smart. I know, sorry, went to price of entry, locked in profits there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this time it worked.
Yep.
It was the right play.
Now we look for the
Bounced right
next.
off of yesterday's high for the moment in the ES. Get those top step levels.
Yes, we are. Look at the
Close.
5 minute. Look at the 5 minute here in the ES 63.60. I see some selling coming in here around these prices in the last 15 minutes or so. 15 minutes, 63.60, 63.60. Ones have seen some selling. We'll see if that's the case again. We got NASDAQ. Same case over here. 23,190, call it. Last 15 minutes or so have seen some selling come in there. We got crude oil inventory number, bottom of the hour. Nothing on the
Guys,
tilt.
would you keep an eye on my trade? I'm gonna go. It's palm chick time.
Oh, okay. Very good. We are watching Doom's trade here. Doom is long from 23,165. He's going to go water the plants here live on Top Step TV. Where else are you going to get this kind of thing? Everyone wish Doom some luck. Click like, click subscribe, click notify. Let's give Doom some shit when he gets back here. He wants us to watch his trade. Come on.
what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Literally, let's watch his trade. Dakota, did your heart rate go up on that announcement? Nope. Looks like you're still.
No, but it spiked up a couple times when I held in a sneeze. I can't
That's not
sneeze
healthy.
still.
Oh, yes.
I know
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
the
healthy.
ribs. How the
Yeah,
ribs?
to
but
hurt.
I'm not. Yeah, the pain is. Yeah, I did it last night or this morning when I first woke up, and oh my gosh, the pain. So I've had a hold in a couple of them, spiked my heart rate up to like 100.
It's the only thing that moves your heart rate, holding in a sneeze. Trades,
So
nope.
AT&T, Baron's not here. AT&T
I'm
this
flat.
morning had earnings. They came in pretty much exactly on the screws. It sold off, bounced back. It's so fascinating with earnings reports how they always manage to get just to that number.
Oh,
Statistically,
oh man.
Just
Oh,
enough.
yeah, by a few cents.
every time. I mean, and we
That's
still.
why accountants
Well,
get paid.
KPMG. Who's doing it? It's all the consulting companies that does that shit, right?
What's up?
It's always no. It's who comes up with the earnings, the estimates, Yes, they always come in beat them by a couple cents, and then forward guidance is always. The message is always massaged. Every quarter, we tune in to find out how much they'll beat by. We ever seen a big miss? I guess Netflix subscribers is something we'll see, but they even telegraph that.
I mean, Google and Tesla today are going to be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yes,
They both
sir.
had big run ups. Google's been on a tear lately. Who knows what the Tesla earnings are going to be? Like those could be. We were talking about how they always manage to hit it. Sure, if you're like Ma Bell or something, but Tesla, who knows? They'll have a lot of crypto gains, so it'll be interesting to see how they account for that.
Tesla will?
Yeah, they own a lot of Bitcoin.
That seems to be the play.
Tesla kind of
Are you-
wicked right now.
There you are. We watched your
for
trade,
tri-
Doom.
for triple.
So far, so good. You're back.
Yeah, I'm still in it. Haven't lost it. We're here. It has to hold here. I think I picked a good price. I was looking initially for 60s, and I kind of chickened out. And if it's gonna go, one micro will get the job done. If not, my risk and my exposure is minimal. I'm happy with it. On a day like this, that's packed with news. I'd rather trade one or two micros, three max. if it's really good. Like if this start ripping, I'm gonna add at some point. But till then, well, micro will get the job done.
I like that. Who do we have on this? Racing what? Racing will be on this again. Made $10,000 last Friday trading micros. Yes, you heard that correct. Micros, $10,000.
I think my best been I think 4,400 trading micros, and not a lot.
Get a little bit of pump here, back up to VWAP, the overnight and the ES right now.
Don't get
crude
me
number
wrong.
for this.
I'd love to have 20 minis down here, but I ain't got the margin, so I'll work with what I got. I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah, work with what you got. It's not the.
Sorry about that. Grind higher here. Buyers did step in. Nasdaq. Nasdaq is not again. Hope you're talking about this ES making new all-time highs. Nasdaq's still about held 300 points from that. I mean, new all-time highs in the ES 63.76. ES stronger right now, which is interesting.
Yes.
I think Nasdaq's the one's taken.
As Jack just pointed out, it just closed the session gap to yesterday's high to the tick, and you saw those buyers come in off of there. Right back to VWAP. All roads.
Is George in there? I haven't seen George in a minute. Is George in there?
VWAP George?
VWAP George. George, we are brothers.
VWAP
Yes.
George. Seen him
Yeah,
at
Great guy. Great guy.
Trader meetup.
Great guy.
Great guy.
You know what I gotta do? I'll do it after we're off air, but I gotta get the all the sectors into my watch list so we can see what exactly is moving the ES versus the NQ, etc.
Banks crushed it last week. Might be something with that.
It could be.
How's
Well, we got
Microsoft
Microsoft
doing?
down, Apple down.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what this.
Like I mentioned with Texas Instruments when I showed that this morning, is after this run up, don't be surprised, as I always see on Wall Street bets, what it's like. They beat earnings. Why'd the stock go down? It's like, well, it also ran up 80% in the last 3 months. You got to do a little better than just beat.
But I'll take
Buy the rumor, sell the
Every
news.
earnings.
Pretty
same
much.
thing, usually.
Buy the rumor, sell the news.
We're gonna put that. Well, we're definitely putting that in our stocking stuffer book. Buy the rumor, sell the news. No news is good news. Bad news is good news. We should really do this.
Order filled.
Very low lift. Hey, shout out to Ali. Ali in the chat was down 1,800 in my combine, came back and now up $250. Nice job. Love the comebacks. All right, crew number in 90 seconds. 90 seconds. Last trading crew is $64.93. It's going to update on the positions. Dakota, are you still short?
I'm still short.
Right?
Yep. We're struggling to break through these 80s. We'll see. I might just close this one out and take an L. We'll see. I've been really good at picking the lows. Unfortunately, I've been selling them, not buying them. Was that you, Hogue? That's like, man, you're really good at picking tops and bottoms. You should be buying when you're supposed to sell, and vice versa. Was that you? I remember a story from the pit that you said.
Oh, that trader next to him.
Yeah, where he's like, man, whenever you buy it, perfect. You're
watch Hogue
calling
fade
these
him.
reversals. Great, yeah,
very good at calling the top and bottom.
Yeah, I've been really good at calling the bottoms here in these Nasdaq. I've
estimated EIA crude inventories estimated 1.5 million barrel drawdown. Get a load of this. The number is actually pretty close in line. Minus 3 million. Forecast 1.5 million draw. Actual 3 million drawdown. Okay, they actually got close. By the way, that's close. That's close. That is close for them. So not much of a reaction in crude, $64.99. Most is clear in terms of scheduled speakers, scheduled data until we have the 20-year auction at noon.
Hmm. I think there's going to
Yeah,
be a
we're in the
lot of waiting
blackout
until the
period.
earnings.
Yeah, we were.
1 week from today, I won't be
Man.
here, but Powell will be.
Mm.
Oh,
It
Yes.
is the Fed.
FOMC policy decision. Remember
Higher for
last
longer.
2024, market wanted to cut, did not get the cut, and equities did not like it. Then about a week later, we had was that yen carry trade? We got mollywop with that thing. The volatility just
Oh,
came clobbering in
ETS
there.
from
We
last
got
year, yeah.
two, we got last year, we got two just completely out of the blue, bizarre mollywoppings. We got that one night with the Japanese carry trade, and then we got the Deep Seek weekend,
Oh,
which
yeah.
Oh,
that's a new one.
Oh yeah.
Nasdaq's picking up some steam now to the downside.
Yeah, it is.
Can we just
I'm
go through and
questioning
test
It
it?
my
was,
execution today.
it was a yeah, 72% long in the Nasdaq. We did see some selling in the ES and Nasdaq. Just can't. It's just like these market orders hit, and there's nothing coming behind it in terms of volume, in terms of market orders coming in to either push it one way or another. So that's why you kind of see these wicks. They come in, they just hit the bid, and the market just kind of grinds back higher. So it's definitely can be tricky.
Somebody asked
Stop.
what
Yeah, go ahead.
the carry trade is, and we could talk about that for an hour, but I don't think people would like it. Basically, for various reasons, huge institutions, banks are long cash bonds and short the treasury futures on them. For various reasons, there is a premium built into the futures price because of the ease of which people can hedge, etc. The thing is, to make any money on it. It has to be a real massively leveraged trade, and the worry is if and when that does blow out, to unwind the trade, they're going to have to just sell a ton of treasury cash, which
Yep.
would lead to some chaos in the system.
When it blows
That's
out,
why
it blows
you've
out.
seen the big, yeah, we've seen a huge sell-off in equities for that period of time.
Yes, we did. A
And there
little
will
pop
be
here.
signs that wasn't really a carry blowout before because you can track the because they're short futures, you would see a giant drop off in open interest in the treasury futures contracts if people were really unwinding basis trades.
Oh. Take a look at tilt. Until we got Doom is long. Dakota is short. House account flat for the time being. Like if you tuned in yesterday here at Top Step TV, we had Michael Patak on, the CEO and founder of Top Step. With fantastic announcements from Mort. We're doing updates for our live funded traders. With more on that, Gabe, come on in. This is really, really cool stuff. Let's tell the peeps what we're doing here. Always pushing it.
Yo, good morning. Yeah, we had some great updates yesterday that we launched to our live funded program here at Top Step. And I wanted to recap and share what those updates were in case you missed it. There's a couple upgrades that we have now made to our program. First one being we are now covering your market data for one exchange in the live funded account. So that's a cost savings on a monthly basis of a minimum of $133. And that obviously will start the next billing cycle. So if you're in a live account currently, next billing cycle, you'll see that $133 exchange data fee that will be covered by TopStep. If you subscribe to additional exchanges, you'll continue paying for that access separately. So if you subscribe to NYMEX or another exchange on top of CME, for instance, then you would continue to pay that professional data fee. If you don't trade the CME exchange, it's not just subject to the CME. Reach out to our trade desk and choose an exchange that you trade primarily. So that gives you that flexibility. And once again, that's a great cost savings that's now included in our live funded program. Second, we have a new dynamic live risk expansion. As your profits grow, as you continue to climb that ladder in the live funded account, your daily loss limit increases. And in addition to that, expanded contract sizing. And don't forget about that live funded performance bonus as you continue to grow that live balance. We also have 30 winning days in a live account unlocks daily payouts and full access to your balance. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat for you to kind of dissect some of the more detailed changes. For instance, the dynamic risk expansion and the contract sizing expansions. I want to give you kind of a link to go source and filter through all those wonderful changes. That's what I got for you guys. I'm going to send it back to you, Dre, and we will back to these markets.
Free data.
Guys,
That's the one. I know it's only $130. I know it's only $130, but free data, man. That did not.
Yeah,
exist.
that affects
I know it's only
It's free
$130.
every
There, I
live
wish we got
trader. It affects me. It affects you. Everyone who with a live account. I mean, that's an extra $100 plus a month in your pocket.
$130. It's just,
It's nice.
yeah.
It's a nice thing.
Yeah,
That did not exist. That did not exist when we were
Order
in the prop
filled.
space. They offset some of it, but by no means. I mean, you're getting news here. Top Step TV essentially free, data free. I mean, it's just
Performance
complain.
coaches, free.
Coaches.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot
Yeah.
of griping about some
Yeah,
things. I mean, it's what a time to be in the prop space, right? Like Dolby says, it is the golden era of props trading right now, and that
it is. It really is.
cannot
I'm holding my tongue. I went on a rant last night, so I'm gonna settle down a little bit.
What
You're
was
a
it?
braver man than me, Dakota.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was. I know, Aubrey. I know. I'm trying to. I'm trying to massage it. Yes, I do sound like an old man. It was different, man. It was a lot more cut. But it's a great time to get in the space. The barriers to entry are essentially nothing.
Yeah,
You don't have to go to a target school to be recruited. You don't have to be in a big city financial hub to get these opportunities, and you can state of the art technology.
yeah.
So I
Marcus
mean,
Docker D said she's seen it. She's seen it. It was I stirred the pot on social media. That's
what
okay
happened?
though, because no, it's true. These little
Pardon, I see.
details mean so much. And I went off about the 90-10 split. And when I first found out about this prop firm world, those little things are very, very important for the longevity and successful of a trader. Everyone's so narrow focused on the short term gains, like getting my first payout, and everything's focused on this little short term aspect. They don't stop and look at what's going to happen in 3 months or 6 months or a year from now. What are these things that are benefiting me as a trader? And something that, yeah, maybe you're a brand new trader in a combine for the first time. That live data feed might not affect you now, but it will later down the road once you do start to find success, take payouts, and have a live account. That extra $100+ in your pocket, that extra percentage is huge in the long run. And it's sacrificing and understanding what's the difference between these short-term gains versus long-term gains. And everyone's so focused on that short-term view, they don't look at those that long-term aspect of what's going to happen when I actually do start to find some success. And I went off on social media and stirred the pot.
Respect. It's more so than just the $140. It's the gesture showing that the firm is
nice.
on your side. They got your back, and that's. I mean, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
It's true.
What'd you say?
Real
What'd you say
quick.
on social? What'd you say on? All right, go ahead, Jack. I want to hear what Dakota said on social. What
Yeah,
sounds
let's let Dakota cook first, and then.
No,
all right. What'd you say on social?
No, I was just pissed off because I watched on social media. I was watching, and everyone tried to spin that an 80-20 split was a positive thing because they're making adjustments that help traders get their first payout. And I just went off. I'm like, why would you accept an 80-20 split if you want to be doing this in the long term? Because when I make a decision, I'm investing, right? I'm looking, like I said, 6 months from now, a year from now, if I'm going to make, say $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 like I did last year, screw a little tiny details about, an extra hurdle to jump through. I'd rather have less hurdles, have a higher take, because that's money in my pocket. A lot of people don't realize 10% goes so far when you're trading. I mean, you hear it from Mick and the risk team is if you're break even, you're doing pretty damn well. that extra 10% can make or break a trader. Everyone, when you start getting to
Order
like this,
filled.
longer term aspect, these bigger institutions, even longer term successful traders, you're fighting for 1%, a week, a month. You're fighting for so small, and the margins start to decrease. The difference between 80% and 90% is huge. And it started to piss me off because I seen traders like, it doesn't matter, the firm has to make money too. And like it's about traders. It really is. You need to get a good environment to and treat the traders that trade well because KJ, our number one trader, he even went off on social media and said the same thing. He said I'm trying to think what he said. It's the success rate is the success rate. It doesn't matter whether you open up your personal brokerage account and you say you fund your personal brokerage account with $25,000. The success rate is still going to be above 90%. It's the reality we live in as traders. 90 to 95+% of traders fail. That's the reality. It doesn't matter whether it's in live account or a safer environment like a prop firm. At the end of the day, that's not what matters. Those traders that stick with it, that find that success, and that's put in that hard work, they deserve a higher percentage. And there's enough technology and prop firms and what we're doing to get that 90%, 90+%, and you shouldn't accept anything less than that. If so, it's crazy. It's absurd. It's like a what do you call it? Sleight of hand. It's like, hey, look at these shiny things to get your first payout. But by the way, I'm taking away your successful long-term play. And I was just so
Order
pissed off
filled.
last night, and I just went off. I was so emotional. But
I love it, man.
yeah, my heart rate's not going up.
80-20 is a good split. 90-10 is. We came up with 90-10. 90-10 didn't exist until Top Step. I can assure you that. It's a hell of a
Step's
split.
been at 90-10
It was
since I've known
90-10
him, right?
in my line of work. It was
Used to be
90
80-20.
90-10 in my
long
line
time
of work.
ago.
I know people that move fleets for a 2% difference. Over 2%.
Oh, yeah.
Whole fleets like 50 and over rigs just for the 2%. Oh no,
You're
not happening.
talking trucking, right? You're talking
Yeah,
trucking,
yeah.
right?
Over the 2%, I've seen people outrageous arguments, almost falling into a fight at the parking lot over 2%.
Yeah, and especially when you're paying out millions of dollars to traders. Like, hey, I
Right.
pay out $10 million this month.
Order filled.
10% is freaking huge. I'd rather that should be going back to the traders who are putting in that time, the work, the effort for that, longer success. Like you see these live account benefits, scaling, doing this, doing that. And
Free data, man. Free
The
data.
data's the
I'm
one.
super hyped
That's the
about
one that
free
gets
data.
me. I know it's only $140. I know it's still like it's
Hey,
unheard.
if you're a mediocre trader, and let's say you're running between 12 to 20 grand a year, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's $1,500, give or take.
I don't want to get into taxes, but there's so much that goes into your bottom line, and it makes a freaking difference, man. And it's something that us as traders should pay attention to in the long term and not fall for the shiny stuff that's coming in. That sounds great at first, but then when you start to find that success, you realize it's like, damn it, it's too late to switch, or I don't want to start back over again to start from square one and try and get back when I should have been doing that from the first place. And now I do have to say this: the best argument is if there's a place where okay, I personally I would be okay sacrificing a percentage if the value is equal or greater somewhere else. Like it's like, okay, okay, I don't mind paying the data fee if I could get extra margin or this or that, or I don't mind paying an extra 10% if I could get, extra margin here or do this. So there is always going to be give or take. But it should never be just one-sided.
What more is there to give? I'll actually don't answer. I'm sure there's something out they can come up with. Here in the chat, P Storm. I like Jack, but he does not trade prop, does he? Trades options. Jack was with one of the most prestigious prop firms out there in Chicago.
Yes,
Jack
I will
is
readily admit, though, what I was trading as far as futures is very different than we're looking at now. And in that way, I am like everyone else learning to trade the outright contracts like the ES in the
Hey,
way that we all do here. Um,
you're
yes, I
spreaders.
do trade more options. Like personally, that is what I trade my personal accounts, but I'd love to be a kick-ass futures trader outright. That'd be sick. Sick.
We're fixed income
Speaking of
traders. Go ahead, Jack.
what
I know you got
what
something. What do you got?
what I was gonna say before, someone was saying that the price action in Tesla is funky. Well, they have earnings today, and absent some crazy news, that 330 strike is the highest volatility level. Um, so I would imagine that 330 to be pretty sticky until the earnings. I kind of look at it like the bets have been made, right? Get too much higher, get more people buying 330 puts, get too much lower, get more people buying 330 calls. The casino's open. Which by the way, I hear they're trying to lower the pattern day trader requirement from 25 grand to like much lower. What do we feel about that?
Is it Robin Hood? Or
Well,
that's just
I
the
think
scalpers, right? Pattern day traders.
they'll
Now
get that
essentially just
done
there's
next.
just scalpers.
Yeah.
yeah, you
What?
can't make a certain number exhibit certain behavior and have less than 25 grand, and they want to lower that, which
Oh boy.
all the
Oh
option
They
boy.
want to
stuff
lower it
is a
to
little scary to
2,000?
me.
Are you
They
serious?
Yeah.
want to lower it to 2,000?
What's going on?
That's good for international traders.
This is wild,
That's very
wild
good.
west, man. This is the wild, wild west. So good. Okay, one more, and we'll get off of this. But just in terms of barriers to entry, Hogue on the floor, full membership or a lease, what would that cost you? Just to have access to trade the damn thing on the floor. What was a full then, and what was like a gem, or just to lease it?
Okay,
Listen to this.
so
Listen to
a
this.
full membership at the Mercantile Exchange was, I mean, it trades like a market, right? The more opportunities, the more people that want to come down, the higher the price. So we see. I think we've seen the full membership at 1,500,000 at its high.
What's that get you?
Um,
Full. What's a full
that
get you?
gets you that gets you the right to trade in any pit on the trading floor. In the
And
S and
data fees.
P's, there was a membership called an IOM, an Index and Options membership. That's what I had most of the time. For a while, I had an IMM, but to trade the indexes like the S and P's, you had to have an IOM, and the IOM was, let's just call it an average of about $250,000 just to buy it. To
These
lease
are
it was
data
anywhere
fees.
from $1,000 to $3,000, and that's a monthly lease, right? And then on top of that, so you either buy it for $250,000 or you lease it for 3 grand a month, and then on top of that, you've got to have a T bill for $50,000 in
Oh,
with
there's
your
that.
clearing firm, and that's to protect them. And then you have to have the actual money that you're going to trade with and margin with. So, I mean, you to get into the trading on the trading floor, you're looking at a $500,000 downstroke because you got to get the seat, you got to put up to 50, you got to have money to trade with.
I mean,
And it was, very high barrier to entry. We
crazy.
are so lucky to have the barrier of entry we have
Crazy.
to these markets now.
Literally,
50 bucks.
$300
Those are data
later,
fees.
you're trading from a porta potty. $300.
Pretty
you trade
much,
from
Doom. Pretty much. It boils it down
Pretty much.
perfectly. Yeah.
That's
All
not
you
financial
require.
advice.
Not financial advice.
That's pretty much it,
Trade
though.
in
Yeah.
no ventilated place.
All right. Let's get back to these markets, though. Great discussion there. We'll be talking about that more throughout the days, weeks, months, years to come. We got the crude about 8 cents off the lows, trading $64.82. Gold's found its happy place right now of 34.23. ES 63.60 last trade there. And the Nasdaq trading 23,182. Starting to see a bit of a range on the
AMD
5
getting
minutes.
the volume today. AMD getting the volume today and nothing is happening. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. Or my
What's getting the
ticker switch
volume?
off. Close to 50 million? I think it's off.
Nothing on the wire right now. Ranges are getting a bit tighter here. Dakota's still in. Doom's still in.
Yeah, from 180. From 180 is my entry. I added a couple up there.
I like that. I see that in the 5 minute.
Many are you short now?
4. Yep.
From 180.
Yes, sir. 180.
Okay.
My CYA is 214.
Okay.
Yep.
And Doom, you're still long from what are you long from? What I got you? 165?
Yeah, thick. Yeah. I thought about adding several times, and it has to come out of this low consolidation with some real gas, and I'm willing to take my lower entry as advantage and maybe add into the trade 2 or 3 micros if and only if. Possibly if we jump over a VWAP at 212 on a 5 minute chart, I might pull the trigger there. Otherwise, I'm still on the page that 1 micro will do it.
All right. Markets are in a bit of a holding pattern. Again, President was scheduled to speak at an AI event. That got canceled.
They're doing the
Or
3 card Monty with the president's speech. It's not the first time that comes up, goes away, comes up, goes away, comes up.
he's a busy man, Doom.
goes up.
He's a busy man. You know, he's getting pulled in a
Yeah,
lot
he
of
is.
directions. A lot of things, especially these days. Very, very busy.
I appreciate his level of bluntness. Level of
Well,
bluntness.
I mean, he did
Nobody
call the
talks
Fed chair a
about
knucklehead and a numbscull.
Yes,
So I mean, blunt.
yes.
Yes,
That's a double.
absolute.
Well, we've had about 60,000 ES contracts trade in just this little range from, say, 60 quarter down to 59. So a lot of business being transacted there. We're holding above it at the moment.
We saw this the other day too. Volume just building. Price not moving a lot, but volume just absolutely getting loaded up. All right. Well, you guys hang tight. We'll see what happens with these trades, but markets have found their happy spot. So with that being said, Boomer, Brian, you're onto my tendencies. They got my tendencies down. So you know what I'm about to bring out right now. Tip of the week, but we got no giveaway still. What is the tip of the week? Limit trades per day. Avoid over trading losses. Focus on your best setups. Stick to a daily quota. Prioritize quality over quantity. Doom done it quite nicely.
That's me
Quality
today.
over quantity.
Well,
Yeah.
I tried some quantity and I got smoked. So less.
Think about it. I
Less
mean,
is more.
if you have 3 chances per day, I think that might make you a little bit more patient looking for the better setups
Correct.
or opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's some method I used when I was trading a small cash account with options. Every day, regardless if I close green, red, it doesn't matter. If I didn't really follow the rules on my trades, I will cut down my cash. So that will give me less trades on the day. It used to take 2 days, 1 day to clear, and you can trade your capital again. And I found out that when I come down to having only one shot on the day, I've made monstrous trades. Monstrous trades, just one trade. But it's a little tricky. It was probably the hardest thing for me when I switch into futures not to be so trigger happy and take too many trades. I've definitely limit my trades for the past year. I've had days that I've taken over 200 trades.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's probably 50 with adding in and pulling out, adding in and pulling out, but that's still too much, too much. And I'm getting slower with my execution for unknown reason to me. Might need to change my diet again.
that could be it. That's the negative thing about what we were saying, right? Because the barriers to entry are so low, it makes the quality of trades go down because we don't care about it. It's like, yeah, this is
Right.
only $200 or $100. So you have would less skin in the game be proper to say compared to what you were saying, Hogan? It's like, man, I'm paying $75,000 this month. My trades, I can't just be less care.
Sitting
I
on your
can't be
hand.
careless about
Gotta
my
nail it.
money. I have
Well, and one of the great things of Top Step X, you click on that gear. See that gear on the column to the left. Click on that on settings over there. maximum trades per day, maximum trades per week. If you need some help kind of enforcing that to minimize your trades for setups, we got that tool here on Top Step X. We can do contract, current symbol blocks, contract limits, just ways to help keep some guardrails up for your trading and cover your backside on this. But yeah, it's definitely something that we all struggle with. Like Doomsday getting trigger happy, clicking buttons. Easy, it's easy, but TopStep X has tools to help you prevent that. Limit trades per day. Good job, Boomer Brian. I don't think we're gonna do that today, but yes,
What price of
you got
interest?
me.
Rocket now or never.
Doom still long one here. Dakota,
Yeah,
you still short, Dakota?
Let's see. Yes, yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. My CYA is at 214, so we'll see if I get stopped out on this one. Yes.
I think we'll look in the 5 minute here, Dakota. This is where the sellers have come in last hour, I'll say. Right here, 23,200. I've seen some selling come in there. Look at the ES 63.63. We'll see if this is the top of the range in the 5 minute. 63.64 in the last 40 minutes or so. See some sellers come in here. I'm told.
At that
What do you
TPO
got?
value high, 23,205, 23,205.
See that?
Value high.
That's what I was just looking at too. Top
Is
step
this a new
forever,
bit?
man.
Hey Jack, is this a new bit we're doing?
Yeah.
Have we done this?
I think
Have we
when
done
I
this one yet?
can. I did
Yeah,
it
I like
yesterday.
this.
We're doing
Yes, we
a
did.
chart
All
of the
right, what do you got?
day.
Tell them what we got. Tell them
Domino's
what.
Okay. So Domino's released earnings the other day, and it reminded me of the fact that Domino's is one of the strongest performers over the last 15 years of major stocks. Let's take a look at this real quick. I don't want to give everyone FOMO, but here's the monthly candles for Domino's going back to 2008. Pizza's the business. Let me put this in perspective here.
It is.
At the close of the month for November 2008, if you had bought Domino's at about $3.46 per share, $10,000 of that would be worth $1.36 million. 136x in Domino's pizza. They brought the technology to pizza,
They did.
retooled the recipe. Doesn't have to be a sexy business to be a big winner. That's your chart of the day.
Thank you.
Domino's.
Brought to you by Domino's Pizza. That pizza's garbage.
Brought to you by
Which one is
Domino's
that?
Pizza, the official
anybody
pizza
eat
of
that?
Top Step TV and Top Step.
I take that back. Domino's, if you want to endorse this segment, we will definitely deal with it.
I have a.
Do we have that Krispy Kreme chart? We have that
I'll get
Krispy
it.
Kreme chart. I sent it in.
What's their ticker?
Look right there. It's right there. There's Krispy Kreme. Take a look at that. For the past
Wow.
past
Oh,
24
come on.
hours.
What a half. Come
Yeah.
on.
Easy.
The D-Gens.
DGens, Krispy Kreme, and
They made
Domino's.
it.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, it's insane, these moves in these individual stocks. You don't need meme coins when you have Krispy Kreme or stocks like this.
Like the most, like, it's just the companies they choose to do this with, the AMC. It's just like they're taking us back to like the early 2000s and stuff with these companies they're picking. It's funny.
I've honestly thought
Well,
about opening a pizza shop at one point, just because
Really?
you know how much it's to make one
margins.
pizza out of the
I
door
know.
for a small
I know.
fish. It's $2
Yes,
for a
it
small
is. I
guy.
know.
It's $2. It's regular pizza, not some deep dish, nice, fancy stuff. Just a
Oh,
regular
I know.
pizza,
You're right.
about $2, and they go for what 14 and up, like the dirt cheap.
Chicago,
Like,
30
Oh,
bucks for a
Chicago.
small. Chicago, we
Oh, yeah.
got the most overpriced pizza. Good, but our pizza's so overpriced. It's expensive. It's good, but yeah.
the city has no
margins-
mercy on tax.
So what's
margins
happening?
are-
It's like a new market dynamic, since the GameStop stuff, which I presume, hedge funds and short sellers have to be aware of at this point, is you find a stock with a really low market cap. Like even right now, Krispy Kreme's market cap is only $783 million. And then you get viral traction online saying to buy it, and it, doesn't take a lot of apes, so to speak, to move it quite a bit.
Sounds like a pump and dump. I'll just say it.
Right.
Yeah, it
Does
does.
sound like that.
But yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
saying, Jack.
Not financial advice. The key is to get out before the dump.
Correct.
The
Absolutely.
game of
Sell
musical
into.
chairs.
All right, we're gonna grind this thing. Looks like we kind of got the grind going here. ES. All-time highs made earlier today, 63.76 and 3/4, or about 12 points from there. All-time highs. NASDAQ about 240 points away from, I call it 220 points away from all-time highs. NASDAQ last trade 23,208. Gold trading 34.21, 72% long on the NASDAQ tilt. As we push higher here, right to overnight VWAP. Hogue, this was your level in the NASDAQ, I do believe.
I'm
You
out.
had your eye on this. You're out. Dakota's
Yeah, minus 160, 164.
Yeah.
okay.
Now, here's a moment where I'm sure that almost everybody in the chat has struggled with that. Like, oh, I thought about adding more on the low, and you chickened out. Nobody knew that it's going to go up.
Value is moving up.
It's going up.
On a
If it
Tuesday.
gives me, if I get a really nice close and still keep up that up gas, I'll add above VWAP on the 5 minute. Or
You will.
I think you mentioned this, the overnight VWAP at 212.
Correct.
If we start getting business above that, yeah.
You'll add into it again. Doom long from 165, 23,165 and a tick. Looking to
Nice.
perhaps
I
add.
looked
We're
at
talking
that
about
gold
this.
trade. Hogue nailed that gold trade. The high was 34.29. So that was a
Mm.
you just nailed that from bottom to top.
Yeah, we took some off. We had about 60 ticks per contract in that for a while, but did come back and we locked in some profits, did come back and take us out. And it's really just not moving right now. It's just centering around the initial balance low 34.21.5. And that is just toxic to me. When it does that, I usually just chop myself up. So I'm hands off for now unless something changes.
Smart. Euro close, 27 minutes. 27 minutes. And bottom of the hour, Euro close.
Stop
Yeah,
loss
keep
is
it
a
on
better
this
entry.
tilt. I know. They popped it above overnight view out there, Dakota.
Yeah, my stop loss was 214.
Overextend. Oh, really? Damn.
It was 214, yeah. Oh, this has been the story of
Yep.
my New York session. Ran up,
Seen this movie before.
stopped me
Yep.
out.
All good. And Doom was looking ahead, right? Doom was looking ahead, and then we saw that happen. So, patience for now.
Bigger than GCS coming in for continuation downside here, in my opinion. That's how I
Yeah.
pinch a conspiracy. Well, let's see, are they going to make it happen, or they're going to chicken out 5 bars later?
Don't tell me they're going to wick it like this. Look at that.
Right?
20,194.
Oh, man.
Dirty dog. All right, let's take a break. Take a breather here. Get James in here. Oh, we got last week. We saw Jerome and Dr. V, Dr. Jerome, I should say, and Dr. V on a psych session. But we ain't done. That's what we do here at Top Step TV. James, tell them if we got more coming in the pipeline.
Absolutely, Andre. We got a lot more coming for you guys. But starting, of course, we love to talk about Trustpilot here. All right, if Top Step TV has ever helped you level up your trading or has just made your trading day better, let us know. Drop a quick review on Trustpilot and tell the world what you think. It's one of the best ways to show your support, and we really appreciate each and every review out there that we receive. So if you've left us a review before, thank you. And if you've never left us a review, please go to the link in chat. Tell us if you love us. Tell us if you hate us. We want to hear your thoughts. Make your voice heard. Make Top Step TV yours. And as Andre said, last Friday we had a special session we're calling Trader Psych. And tomorrow we're bringing it back. The demand was so high that we are fast tracking this segment. Trader Psych features Jerome D and Dr. V, 2 doctors of the mind, and they're here to help you get your head right when the markets get rough. If you've ever let your emotions blow up your account, you can't afford to miss this segment. Your edge isn't just your strategy, it's your psychology. Okay, so level up your mindset by tuning into Trader Psych. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central with Dr. V and Jerome. We know you're going to love it. It was amazing on Friday, so that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Don't miss it. That's what I got for you now, Andre, but we have some cool stuff later on before we wrap Fast Markets. More on that later. For now, back to you.
Thank you, James. There, I see you, Jerome, in the chat. Yeah, great stuff. Doom, I know you love tuning into those psych sessions. That's one of your favorite things we do. We also bring you psychologists and mental coaches here for free. So I mean,
For free. Nobody does
no,
that.
no one else is doing it. I don't care what anyone says. No one else is doing it. Yeah, we don't do the trolling and all that shit. I know we don't, but still, we're bringing you because we're pro
Forging
ball here.
traders almost for free. Forging traders. Forging. Not just throw you out there and like, hey, go get it. Good luck.
Yeah. Doom, what do you get most out of these psych sessions? 'Cause I know you always tune in. I see you in there. How do you apply what you learn to yourself? What do you focus on with
You
yourself in
know,
terms of the psych and the mental side, Doom?
for the fellas that they don't have that much on the belt experience to know themselves, like earlier, great example, Hogue. It got into this place, it's giving me this signs like usually I get chopped up in it, so I'm just gonna stay off. You know, that's season. Knowing yourself that when these conditions are there, like not repeating what you've done. Like knowing yourself to stay off, it's gonna be something better. And if not, it's not worth throwing capital at it like it's nothing. I do
Hogue?
now and then. Depends really on the day. If I'm off in the morning, I do a 2 minute meditation in front of a mirror. Just look at myself in the eyes, kind of to center myself, so my mind doesn't wander about random things from earlier or the day before.
Hogue will be
Yeah.
leading those sessions. Hogue, last one that I took away. You need to be a market monk. Market monk, Dr. V said. Essentially, what did she mean by that? A market monk? Because that really, I remember that. I remember it was a soundbite, but market monk, and what did she mean by that?
Well, I think she was kind of talking about meditation and meditating in and around your activities in trading. You know, that kind of emotional and mental review and the clearing of your mind. Uh, especially before a trading day and after a trading day, you're not going to be carrying around any of that venom that maybe you had a bad day. And I always kind of feel like I have venom in my veins after a day like that. But being a market monk and meditating about it and always constantly be trying to improve in that meditation and as a trader, it's this is a hard thing to do, and if you're not going to focus on doing the things you have to do to improve, hopefully on a daily basis, you're going to struggle. And I mean, even those that do that struggle in trading. You just it's all about maintaining center every day. I tell everybody, stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered. So you can be
Yeah.
centered with negative venom. You can also be off center with positive venom. Like, you start to think you're God's gift to trading. And man, every time I have thought that to myself
Oh,
or said that to myself, there's usually danger at the door.
oh
You
yeah.
really want to just come from a place of being centered and as understanding of your emotions as you can. I personally find that it's very difficult to like manage emotions or deny emotions. There's information in there, that we can use to our advantage. If I start to feel like I'm on tilt, 9 times out of 10, I know what that outcome's going to be. It's going to get worse. So understanding that emotion, that says to me, all right, you've got your 3 losses. You know that you're going to probably get close to get close to being off center here. Maybe just take a walk, maybe take the rest of the day off. Tomorrow's another day. It's always about trading for tomorrow. But I like that being a market monk.
Market
Cool.
monk.
Yep.
Yep.
Little
Centered.
things matter. For me too, Hogue, is if I don't go to the gym like at least 4 times a week, I know it's extreme.
Mhm.
I feel just out of sync, right? You just feel out of routine. People love routines, at least for me, where you wake up, you have kind of a same routine, get into the rhythm. Pre-market routine, you talk about it all the time, and it's mental health. Physical health can be just as important as the mental health. They work with each other.
Yeah. When I was first starting as a prop trader on the floor of the Mercantile Exchange, there were a couple of trading psychologists or coaches that were there, and that was the one thing that they had me do, and they actually kept me accountable to that. I had to go to World Gym across Monroe Street in the basement of the building across from the Mercantile Exchange 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, and get in good shape. And it makes a big difference. It really does. If you're healthy, you're going to have a a better chance at being a profitable and successful trader.
Oh, hold into that, man. Training psychologist, that was like taboo. You were considered soft back then. If you wanted to go ahead and see them, you're not tough and whatever, you can't handle it and stuff like that. Now it's it's necessary. It's
Now
definitely
everybody's in
necessary.
it, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad. But yeah.
This was a book that the psychologists, they were more like therapists. But Robert Coppell and Howard Abel put this book out, and it's The Inner Game of Trading. And it might be a little outdated on some aspects because they do some interviews with some really, really successful traders. Jack Sanders got an interview in here. Some of the Jeff Silverman, who was, a very, very successful floor trader. Leo Melamed, he's got an interview in here. But it also goes through a lot of the belief systems and things that we all have a tendency, I think, and I know I do, to be very critical of myself and the things that I'm doing sometimes. And it just gives you exercises on how to kind of combat that and improve your inner dialogue. And part of having a positive inner dialogue is being healthy. So I thank them a lot for making me do that. And they said they had a spy there, and I took a day off, and I went into the office the next day, and they're like, "Where were you yesterday?" So what are you talking about? You weren't at the gym. I said, "How do you know?" Well, we told you we have spies. You better be there. So I
Eyes
got in
everywhere.
probably the best shape of my life after that.
Eyes everywhere, indeed. Okay, we got about 18 minutes till Euro close. 18 minutes till Euro close. Take a look at some of these prices, and it's got a little fun little thing to show you here. But let's take a look. ES 63.62, Nasdaq 23,198. Dakota, those stops got popped up around 20 or so. We went right beneath overnight VWAP. 50-50 on the tilt. Euro close coming in at the bottom of the hour. With that being said, I'll throw it to Jack. They did a pretty cool thing here in the city of Chicago. One of the establishments for fried chicken.
Yeah,
People love it here. Jack, set this up for me. Parsons, tell them what it is and what you guys did. This is cool.
As you'll remember, we had a half day the day before the 4th of July this year. So a couple of us from the TV land went out to Humboldt Park to check out one of my favorite places to hang out. And so we're going to show a little video right now that'll give us a minute or two to get some water and use the restroom. But in the meantime, please enjoy our little escapades at Parsons Chicken and Fish. Send it. Good afternoon. Today we're at Parsons Chicken and Fish at the corner of Humboldt and Armitage in Chicago. I'm here with JD, Dolby, my wife, Bree, James. This place has some special history with me. It's also known for frozen drinks and fried foods. So let's see how it goes.
Starting off with the corn fritter here. I lost the zesty dipping sauce, so I'm going
Raw dog.
I'm raw dogging it. Very, very rich.
Some dipping sauce.
All right, too late. I'm already done.
First frozen drink, JD, we have the original Negroni slushy.
Let's do it. First sip. A little bitter, a little sweet, delicious. Nice frozen drink on a hot day in Chicago.
All right, here we have the Nashville chicken hot sandwich. We'll do a first bite here.
Oh man, coleslaw, that's some lingering heat. Very good. I'm gonna give it 11 out of 12 eggs.
We have the Dr. Coconut Parsons play on a pina colada. Let's find out how it tastes. Oh yeah, you get the bite of the rum, the hint of the coconut. I call this the danger one. You could drink 12 of these and your keys will start talking to you like the Green Goblin mask. I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10. I know, shocking because I usually give it 10 out of 10, but this is an 8 out of 10.
It's called a Bright and Sunny. It's a bit of a mystery cup.
I got like a melon flavor, sort of like a cantaloupe or honeydew. Thank you.
Well, Dolby is industry, or was industry. That's shockingly complicated. I like it, but I think if I had to do the rankings, it would go Mr. Coconut, Negroni, bright and sunny, but this is still like a good 7 out of 13. There we go. It's Top Step TV. Let's go.
Like that.
There we go. That's our time at Parsons.
Very-
Andre, I had my baby shower there.
Really?
I went there the day after my wedding. The day after I was fired, my crew took me there to give me all the frozen drinks. They had more at that time. So lots of history there, but great place.
Yeah.
Check out the original location if you can. It's a good place to hang out.
The Negroni slushy, indeed. I believe the Bear, the hit show, The Bear, was also filming there last year or something like that. So yes, that is a really cool spot. You're in Chicago. Next time you're in Chicago, make sure you go check out Parsons. You said you called it Humboldt. I thought it was Logan, but hey,
I said it's on
Tomato, tomato.
Humboldt. Yeah, it's on Humboldt. What do you call it? Avenue, Parkway, and Armitage.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the street.
Yep, we're getting
You know,
local.
I know the
We're getting
streets.
too local here, but yeah, that's a pretty cool place. That was awesome. I like more of that. Like showing off the city we're in here in Chicago, Illinois. We love that stuff. Doom, get an update on your trade. Still long, just chilling, man.
Still going.
Need that cucumba.
Wacky Wednesdays, low size, chill. Courtney and Chad called me the chill lord. So just chilling and letting it play out. I've been debating on adding, but I don't want to be quick on it. I'd rather miss on the ad than jeopardize the location.
Respect.
Much respect.
Dakota. Yeah, Dakota, I got you. Yeah, you got to stop there. I mean, down $100 or so. Good risk management, limiting your trade quantity for looking for quality. Where do you go from here? If anything, Dakota.
I'm over
Who's
that
Dakota?
one, Andre. I'm
Okay.
just
Yes.
over it. I'm over that. It's like
Yeah.
that happened to me once. It happened to me again today. I'm over that. But I'm trying not to think about it. Keep my heart rate down. But big question for Doom. You used to be a truck driver, or still are?
That's like being a police officer kind of deal. It just never goes away.
Okay. Wait, what did you used to haul?
The bad stuff. If it kills people, I'm your guy.
You had
Acid, poisonous,
Hazmat.
stuff, agricultural stuff. Don't drink Coca-Cola. I mean, enjoy Coca-Cola. Don't overdo it. There's some stuff out there. I don't want to mention company names, but I'll definitely never buy my life again.
Were you an owner operator?
Yeah. I still have my rig and trailer. I actually been getting
you have-
usually 6 to 7 months in the year. I'm start getting the little, chills, and I might take a small trip to Adamsville, Georgia, or something with the truck and come back home to get it
Do you
on
have
the
a box?
system. It's about 2 miles from the house.
What is it? 53-foot box?
Yeah, 53-foot drive-in with a
Okay.
06 Freightliner, old gold. Man, that feeling when you slap top gear like slap it in. It's a
You don't
thing.
have to worry about
It's a thing.
DPF, right? You don't have to worry about the DPF
Oh no,
system.
no. Mine is one of the old ones.
You're lucky.
I don't-
Yeah, you're lucky.
That's a scam. That's a scam. From a pure technical point, it's a scam.
Yeah,
And
don't go to
that- I was-
California.
Oh man, that's why I bought a truck initially years ago, just so I don't have to go in California. They're racketeers over there, man. At a point, they had a seven different type of police just for trucks. If that
Really?
ain't
Yeah.
racketeering, I don't know what is.
They all had sniffers too.
They got all kind of gizmos, just take your money.
Exactly.
Beautiful state. Beautiful state, though.
Yeah. Dakota's truck. I own a few trucks. Never drove them. Had a few owner operators. 3 to 6.
Nice. What do you guys call?
Yep.
What were you hauling?
Yeah, what were
We'd
you?
haul anything. We'd haul anything, but primarily we had reefers. Frozen potatoes from
Refridge.
Idaho down to
That's where I started with reefers.
Yep.
Tough industry, man. Tough industry.
It is.
midnight deliveries.
And you probably know all too well, as long as there's not a snitch, you could get away with some temperature fluctuation. That's why I do not eat
Oh, yeah.
sushi in Utah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The food transportation
Probably a good
industry
call.
it should be on the same page with the word sketchy in the dictionary. There's some sketchy
Exactly.
stuff going on.
Yeah, there is.
Hey, as long as they get there on time
And
and at
yeah.
temperature, it's good.
That's all they care. That's all they care about. It doesn't matter how it gets there. It doesn't matter the temperature fluctuation along the way. If it
You know
shows
what
up
really
at the
got
right
me out
time,
for that?
doesn't matter.
It's if you're on time, then the warehouse is behind. But God forbid you're late. It might take 2-3 days to take your
Oh.
freight off.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Have it. Yeah, good times. Good
All right.
Hey,
we got about 9
Dakota,
minutes
get
here.
this
9
deal,
minutes.
man. You'll love
You're
it.
close. Go ahead, Doom.
You'll love it. You'll love it. Just take one for a spin. If they're automatic, it's even easier. You'll love it. And that's wah.
Well, I don't have my CDL, but I can say that I've drove
tell
them. Okay. There's that fine line. You can't technically drive them without a CDL, but I've drove. Not with the trailer. But bobtailed.
Hey, you see, Coach Dakota knows where all the money at. Markets,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Hey, that's what you do when you're an entrepreneur. You find a way. Find a way. Follow the money.
All right, 63-63 last trade in the ES. Looks like got a bit of a 5 minute. What does he call this? An ascending wedge, if you will. Maybe start to form here in the NAS. Maybe it might be maybe.
Andrew, you see what I mentioned that the UCS shorts came in dual view up just for that continuation, and 5 bars later, they're chickening out. You know, that's how I read the
Yeah.
market with that little pinch of conspiracy.
I love it, man. I love when you come in here, Doom. Absolutely love it. All right, let's get this. All right, Euro close, bottom of the hour here. What's going to go first? Both are stuck at VWAP right now. NASDAQ stuck 23,205. ES stuck at overnight VWAP right now 63.62. Gold trade 34.22. Oh, I think we made the right call there. Getting out of that trade.
Yeah.
And moving it to
Flopping.
point of entry. Crude trade 64.88. Last trade there. Dow. So you guys don't give me love to Dow. Dow 44,899. 899.
Yeah,
Look at
we're in
JD.
the middle of the range right now in the
We are.
ES.
Hey, JD, if you're good to go. JD, come on in here. P&Ls, payouts. Let's see what the numbers are. Oh, P&L from yesterday. We were talking about the big one. Big one. Let's get an update. What's up, JD?
Mr. Guan was up a peak of $52,000 yesterday. Got a reach out from our risk team telling him let's lock in some of those profits. So he did just that. He gave about $10,000 back, made a little donation back to the markets, but locked in close to $41,000 in profits for the day yesterday, trading the S&P. Nice job, Guan. Number 9 on the big board right now, live funder trader here at Top Step. Jeremiah, not a bad day either. $20,367 trading the NASDAQ. Romeo, $7,769, also trading the NQ. Nato trades, been on this list before, $5,567 in the NASDAQ. And Brendan O, $4,637, 637 trading NASDAQ. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. All right, let's take a look at those payouts from yesterday. Say again?
40. It was up around
someone was-
50. Ended up 40. It's pretty good. Sorry, JD.
Correct. Yeah. Gave 10 back, but got a call from the risk team again, telling them to lock it in, and that's exactly what he did. So big shout out to Guan. All right, payouts from yesterday. Gertie, $8,065. Jared, $5,600. Yu Sheng, $3,500. Gianluca, $2,000, and I wanted to say chicken real bad, but Chic and 772. Those are yesterday's top 5 live funded payouts from yesterday.
$40,000.
Pretty big day
Real
P&L
money.
wise for our live funded traders. There's a lot of money flying around yesterday.
Yeah.
Big money. Indeed.
Man, when you get a big day like that, your mind definitely gets affected.
How so? Well, how's it for the next
You're not
day?
the same.
How does it
You're not the same. Just If you manage to control it and don't jump into another trade after that and start giving money back, or become overly greedy with the dollar signs on your eyes,
Right.
just right. But on the first one or the first couple ones, oh, you definitely out of control. Only if I knew that back then. Just take a week off, man.
I know.
Hey, he's number 9, right?
That is number 9. Yes.
Yeah.
Great work.
Yeah, indeed. All right, let's take a look at the schedule we got on tap for today. What else we got coming up today on this Wednesday? Oh, we got Hogue for the morning recap. Then we got Jack, Ross, and Dolby for Rising Stars. Looking forward to that. Lunchbox trading. Coach Jay. Oh, Jack Sr. is going to be in the house. That's right. VIP draft right around the corner, season 3. So get these VIP coaches back in here. Got 11 teams, 550 traders. VIP season 3 draft right around the corner. So we'll get JD, Jack Sr., Jay in the house for that. Then use a Wednesday. So, that means 1 p.m. on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We got top quiz with Gabe and Bonnie. Then we got Back to the Futures with myself, Quezzy B. You saw him get that Michael Patak's business card in New Orleans and take a picture of it. We'll see what the update is there. Guy's got like 1 million YouTube subscribers also now. Check him. He's a really, really cool cat. And then the Salt Lake City Sniper in Power Hour with Dolby and myself. Looking forward to that. Coach Jay, Coach Paul at the buzzer. Slow Markets, Mr. Dakota, who will be joining you in Slow Markets since it's Wednesday.
Yeah, now Coach Jay. Coach Jay is back. Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll have Coach Jay joining me. And then tomorrow is Baron.
You sounded a lot more enthusiastic
Excellent.
about Coach Jay than Baron. You were very pumped for Coach Baron. It's just like, oh, it was Baron. Anything there, Dakota?
I got Baron tomorrow. We got this bet going. Okay, we got to get these bets. It's a Baron and I thing. This bet's $50. We'll find something to talk about, whether it's the markets during fast markets or during slow markets. And the deal we have is, if I win the bet, Baron will send me $50, and I'm going to give away that $50 to the people following me on my new Instagram. And if he wins, I'll send Baron $50, and he'll give it away to people following him on his, I believe, Discord or something.
Are you paying for followers in Instagram?
Yeah,
am I reading this right?
We're giving back to the community. Okay, all right.
Gotcha. It's forward. Excellent.
Just me and him, and we're gonna be doing this every single week, and we enjoy it. It's fun. It's like the dollar gentleman's bet type thing, but enough to give back to the community, so they could, if they're struggling or if they need help with like getting a combine, it'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, we should have checked his heart rate when they said Coach Jay versus Baron. Good call.
It's all recorded.
It's not trolling. I'm just having some fun. It's not trolling. Dakota's my guy, man. I checked in on slow markets yesterday. I saw Dakota in that gold trade. It was awesome to see. We got your close in 90 seconds. 90 seconds. There it is. Got the link in there for $50. Let's see what the ES wants to do here. Oh, I want to do our top fans update really quick here. Oh, Daniel, you know what I'm doing here. All right, we got top fans rankings here. We got John Hoagland, number 1. You'll see him in morning recap. Number 2, Matthew Cobb. And number 3, Magnus. Number 4, Dolby Time. Number 6. Again, top fans rankings. Very, very dynamic leaderboard. Very, very fluid. But those are your rankings as of now. As of now, your top fan rankings here on Top Step TV. 50 seconds to Euro close, and then we got some super hard-hitting news everyone looks forward to. Yesterday was an absolute doozy. Let's see if he's got in store.
Snakes in my train, baby.
Yeah, then the Yeti blood. What else did we have? The Yeti. That was just all over the place. 50-50 on the tilt. And we grind this thing higher. 63.64.
If we do grind higher, I might be looking for like the resistance levels towards the end of the day. A, because they would just be resistance on the chart, but B, we got those earnings coming out after the bell.
That's right.
Like, I don't see us doing a runaway train to the upside today.
I don't either. Okay. New 5-minute candle, new 30-minute candle. Just opens. Looks like it has some buy orders to be executed. on the opening of that candle. 63.65 last trade. Look at the 5 minutes. Do see some selling coming in here on the ES. Okay. They say in the chat, tell Doom to smile a little. Doom, why are you not smiling? He's one of the most happy-go-lucky traders I know.
I'm always smiling. What are you guys talking about?
I know he's always smiling, man. I don't know. That's what saying. Elliot's trade says smile a little bit. I know it's gonna make you smile though. This makes me smile
That's my
daily.
guy.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
my guy, man. That's my guy. Hey, Elliot.
Oh, is
on,
that
man.
what that is?
I'm always happy. I take a fat loss and leave with a smile. Then I go fight. Like I do.
Better trader than I am.
Hand-to-head combats with the sketchy people at the local 7-Eleven. Take it out on them.
Local 7. Oh, I'd love to see that footage. Film that next time. Film that next time you get into it with the sketchy people at your local 7-Eleven. We'd love to bring that to TV.
Florida. I don't want to end up on one of those YouTube videos, man.
Yeah.
we
When you
want
see
that.
sketchy people at a 7-Eleven, filming them is not advised.
You asking?
Or at least like some
They play opera.
distance. Like they have those, like you don't go right up to a lion. Like same thing with the Waffle House, right? Those people filming
2 a.m.
fights at Waffle Houses are braver than I.
Oh, Waffle House forever. Especially at midnight. Forever.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild.
Truck stop. Yeah, Waffle House.
Yeah.
Your next payout's going to be an EFS check, Doom.
Oh yeah, right. Thanks. I gotta call the number, give them the digits.
Well, yeah, he is always smiling. And like I said, always makes me smile. Barrett especially loves this. Always gets a nice smile, ear to ear, baby. When we get James in here for the hardest hitting news you can find in futures trading. James, come on in here. What do you got for us?
Yes, that's right. I'm here with the news you need to know to get your week going. And unfortunately, I do bring you sad news to start. I feel like most of you know, but Ozzy Osbourne has passed away yesterday, just weeks after his final farewell show. Ozzy Osbourne was 76 years old, and in a statement provided by his family, they say, "It is with sadness that mere words can convey. We have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was surrounded by family and friends and was full of love. And, not a lot of people get to go out like Ozzy. You get to have like your one final show. When you live the rock star life, very rarely do you get to have a send-off like that. Look at Amy Winehouse. Her final performance is famous for a whole different reason, but this one will always go out on a top. The video here are fans laying tributes down in the Birmingham Bridge in the area where Ozzy grew up from. So chat, let me see the F's in there for the Prince of Darkness. Rest in peace, you crazy son of a bitch.
Yep.
Cats everywhere can breathe a little heavier today. Breathe a little lighter today. In other news,
Look that story up.
in other news, Chips Ahoy is entering the upside down. I love to talk about weird food on here, and I saw this. I thought, fruit and cookies, ew. The cookie company is teaming up with Stranger Things for a limited edition treat. The cookies feature a new chocolatey base, fudge chips, and a red strawberry flavored filling. This is the brand's first ever fruit flavored filling. As part of the collaboration, Chips Ahoy is also releasing retro inspired packs to make it look like you're back in the 1980s. The new cookies will be available nationwide starting August 11th, ahead of the Stranger Things 5th and final season, releasing later this fall on Netflix. On air guys, Dakota, I know you guys know about the weird food. I made you guys eat some of it when you were in town. The guys, Jack and Andre, are going to be eating their weird food kit soon. But what do you think for round 2? Should I get these Chips Ahoy cookies and give them to you 8 months later when they're stale as hell?
Hey, those would still be better than what we tasted last time.
Yeah, those don't look that brutal. Some
They
of
can't be that brutal,
toothpaste. The toothpaste is awful. I mean, that was that Dorito vodka. Horrible. That's
still more to come. There's still way more to come.
Like CPG marketing, consumer packaged goods is so weird because there's like a guy or a woman with a whole team whose like livelihood is based on like making the Stranger Things Chips Ahoy crossover work. They've been on it for 6 months and they're stressed and it's affecting their home life to make that. And that's a beautiful thing about this country.
They ended up on top.
I'm a sucker for any.
If you know the person, come on Top Step TV. Let us know how that worked.
Well, finally, for my last news story, I bring you the opportunity of a lifetime. You guys want to buy part of the moon? Then talk to Dennis Hope. Dennis Hope, the man who is proclaimed owner of the moon. How do you become the owner of the moon, you may ask? Well,
Wait, hold on.
let me see
Really?
if I can find the exact the exact loophole. It all began in 1980 when Hope believed there was a loophole in the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which says no nation by appropriation shall have sovereignty
Yeah.
or control over any of the satellite bodies. He says, I'm not a nation. Therefore, as a private owner, I can own the moon. A declaration of ownership was filed with the United Nations as well as the United States and Russian governments in 1980 by Dennis Hope, and it made him
Really?
the famous owner of the moon. He has since taken that since its inception, and he is claimed to have sold more than 611 million acres of the land on the moon, as well as properties on Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Io.
I got a
Yeah,
couple
does he own the
acres.
moon?
No, this guy
Yeah.
still. This is one of my other crazy ideas, like the Chipotle penny a day. I wanted to
Penny a
sell
day.
advertising on the moon. I wanted to sell advertising on the moon. Imagine a big Nike swoosh sign on the moon
Right there?
with a hologram
Andre.
or whatever. Yes.
You and this guy got to link up, all right? And like, cause you know how much it
Where's
costs
Michael?
to buy 1
Where's
acre of land from this guy on the moon one day? How much do you think it costs for a single acre of land on the moon?
$1,000.
$1,000, all right. What do you guys think?
$50.
$100, $500.
Jack is the closest. 1 acre on the moon is $24.99. That's right. For less than it costs for a meal of 2 at Chipotle, you can own an acre of land on the moon. And if you think that investment is not worthwhile, dear viewers, if you can't sell your Airbnb there, your claim to that acre also includes all of the minerals on that plot of land. So you are entitled and the owner of the rare outer space minerals that are included in the moon's crust. So all you gotta do is just get there,
Oh, man.
dig it up,
This is
come back down. Pretty easy. Talk to Elon. He does it like 8 times a day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And
Who's
then
Michael?
also,
I'm
I'll
claiming
leave you with
Uranus.
this. I'll leave you with this, and we can get Michael, we can get Danielle on board because
Sorry.
an acre of
And I'm
part
not
of the
selling
moon.
it. I'm not selling it, Andre.
Whatever.
It's all mine.
Yeah,
Off the
you can have the
rails,
moon,
James.
Dakota.
Sorry.
We're gonna
The
buy a
last thing I
freaking
want is
planet.
people knocking on my door about my block.
Good, because for $250,000, y'all, we can own Pluto. We can own the
Yeah.
entirety of Pluto for $250,000. Let's just start pooling our money now. All right, that mute jar has got to cover at least half of the fees for this, and I think we got ourselves a planet, boys.
I got my wallet ready.
Yeah.
See,
we'll get that
Drew's
dwarf
on board.
planet.
I'll
Take
come
my money.
about
That was a
with
good
the
one.
bucket later on. Drop your pennies in there. We're gonna get ourselves a planet. That's right. Pluto's a planet. I don't care what you say, science.
I'm
That's
with
the
this.
news, Andre. Back
Yeah, oh,
to
that
you.
was definitely the news.
I love James, man. Just for that segment. I love him.
That was good. Click
was
like
good.
if you guys love that. Click like, say thank you, James. That was good, man. I want to put a big Nike swoosh sign on the moon. Michael's like, you're an idiot. I guess someone beat me to the punch, Michael. Someone's already selling pieces
Yeah.
of the moon.
Michael's already trying to put juice machines up there.
He's like, you're an idiot. That's some good stuff, James. All right. A couple more minutes here in fast markets. I want a leaderboard update. We will get that to you.
My buddy in
Yeah,
the
we got
chat
more.
area, bro, you can promote your business on Pluto or the moon. Just buy a land, slap a billboard, make it big enough.
A big ass hologram, man. Think about it. Big ass hologram on the Nike swoosh sign. 7 billion people will see it every day. How many better billboard than that? Anyways, all right, I'll get off that. 63.61 half last trade in the ES. Jack, before we got that groundbreaking news, what were you talking perhaps about a possible trade in the ES?
Well, we got our dip to buy. The trouble has been that buy the dip has always been right, except when it gets to the right levels. We didn't dip enough for me. Towards the end of the day, I was saying if we keep grinding up, I have been against shorting as of late. But if it were to be kind of up in these, 70, 73 or something, I might take a shot at a short, but that would be towards the end of the day.
Okay, Dakota,
Buy the dip,
watching that
man.
heart rate.
I,
Why?
I agree
I'm
with that.
so sick of shorting this
Dude, you're
market.
just okay.
It's now or
Buy the
never.
dip. I don't see any reason to short this market. I've tried it. Some of it's been pretty well, but time and time again, I trade so well during slow markets. I need to figure out what's going on during this fast markets. It's as
Why are you
much
trading
as
well?
what
Why are you saying you didn't trade well? What'd you do wrong?
For me, it's
I
seasonal.
buy. I sold the bottom, man. I sold the bottom. That's what I did. Uh,
Yeah,
but
well,
it did wick me out, right? It did wick me
yeah.
out, and it happened to me once. I think it was on Monday. I know Hogue remembers this, where the idea is correct, but the position's wrong. A mismanaged position, maybe a little bit too early. Little details. It's not like a dramatic, like, wow, you need to change everything, but it's in the little details that I need to figure out how to adjust during fast markets. Slow markets, beautiful. You've seen that last night. Gold trades, slow markets trade. I've just been carving it up in slow markets, but during this volatile fast market, it's been a little more difficult for me. So I think patience and being more long biased. I mean, I point this out all the time, but yeah, I don't do it. I got this buy the dip, and
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it
Zoom,
is.
you did a good job. You did a good job.
Thank
did a
you.
really good job.
I chickened out on adding several times, and I ain't doing it now either. It's a make or break moment for continuation or not, but strategy I use. I'm just gonna wait it out, see how it pans out. For the folks that don't understand options, I bought at about 185 out of the money, just a dollar out of the money in the queues. I'm still down on it. The market moved up. The market moved up
Data.
35 points. I'm still $5 down on that position. But hey, casino.
Is that a zero DTE? That's why. This is
Yeah,
zero DTE.
it is. It
Zoom.
is. It
Yeah.
is. That's how I got into
You have
futures. I just got tired of the theta drain. If you're trading the zero expiration or even next day, you got to catch that velocity move, get in, get out, go on with your life. If you stay a minute longer when it pulls back, it's eating so much out of your trade, it's not even real.
Mm-hmm.
Zero TTE is incredible.
Hey, you
Dakota
mentioned
in
Reddit and Wall Street bets guys, so that's right on line with those.
question: what is gold doing? Says Leona, gold is trading 34.20 is what gold is doing right now. Dakota, what was that Freudian slip you had in slow markets yesterday in regards to fast markets? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No, remind me.
Why do I even trade fast markets? Because you're doing well in slow markets and you slipped. Why do I even trade fast markets when you're doing well? Do you remember saying that? I was laughing. I didn't call you out, but I got you.
Yeah,
Time
no,
of day.
no. I
It's
want to
funny.
get better as a trader. I do. And I want to show everybody, like, it doesn't matter what skill level, it doesn't matter how long you've been trading. Like, this is trading. Was it YouTube that says you struggle in slow markets, but you're doing well in fast markets? And then you also have like the London Open with Aaron, you have the Euro session with D. There's different opportunities, and these markets react different during these different sessions. And I want to get better. I really, really do. Um, Sometimes I do really well. Sometimes I struggle, and it's figuring that out. You see this heart monitor that I have up. I'm paying attention
Love
to
it.
it. Chat, you guys are paying attention to it too. But yeah, Andre, I am going to be doing my best to get better at these fast markets in the mornings.
Yeah. Well, the title of the show is Fast Markets. I wouldn't say necessarily it's been fast, but there is movement opportunity. Fast markets, slow markets. Yeah, it's time of day when there is opportunity. Oh, Dakota, you were also trading on the heels of the announcement of the Japanese trade deal as well. So we're getting there's some good news that was cycling itself through the market. So yeah, sometimes that helps. You get some cleaner moves. But by all means, tune in, Mr. Dakota, Coach Jay, slow markets, 7:30 p.m. Central. Here on Top Step TV. For those asking for an update about Eddie, stay tuned for morning recap. Eddie and Hogue are in touch day in, day out. They're boys, man. They're boys. So Hogue will give you a quick update on Eddie in morning recap in about 10, 12 minutes here on Top Step TV. Yes. Sorry, everything's just kind of trading sideways right now, which is okay.
Maybe
Jack, remember all that
switch to
size that
ES.
was loading up in the ES? Is all that size continuing to load up in the ES? Like, I'm looking at volume profile here. We saw what was all those? What's the volume
Yeah,
up to now, and what
that was a
prices?
weird high voice. We're a little bit above. We're above where all that was going on, but now we're building a bunch of volume here as well. We can see things aren't moving a ton. I had something I wanted to share, but I gotta zoom in on
Okay.
it real quick. So this is from a month ago, but it kind of shows what we're talking about here. SPX
You gotta
zero
explain
date
that.
options jumped to this was in May. If anything, it hasn't gone lower. 61% share on retail
Ooh,
resurgence.
Wow.
Now let me show you something. I'm gonna try and zoom in on the part that I
1%.
want. It made me do a PDF.
Wild. 61%.
This is TV for you. Here we go. Okay.
61%. I got you. Oh, I'm still here. 61%. I think we got a little bit frozen, but yeah, the retail, the spike in retail zero
Sorry, I
DTE.
kicked out there for a second. I was zooming in on a PDF, but take a look at this.
Everybody's
61.
down for a quick buck.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Ludicrous.
What does that tell you, Jack, when you see something like that? What do you
Mm,
gather from that? I know what you're thinking, but what is
It
that?
it worries me. Like we joke about going to the casino or wherever else. It worries me
Yeah.
that there's like that much volume, like, and so and who's winning and who's losing
I was
there.
just going to ask, who's the one winning? Who's winning? Market
Like
makers?
sellers, the seller
Yeah,
of those options.
pretty much.
it could lead to, you could imagine situations that could be pretty bad that happen out of that, right? I mean, like, what we're gonna get to 80% of all options transactions are like zero date in the SPX. I don't know.
Those are asking, what is a zero DTE, data expiration? What is
An
it in
option,
layman's terms?
it's like a 1 day option, right? It's like you're trading the day of expiration. So for indices like the SPX or triple Qs, they have usually for like most stocks you have weekly options, monthly, quarterly, and those are the biggest expirations, the quarterly. Um, but for zero date, basically you have 1 day, and if you know some options, your theta decay on that is going to be very quick because you're only able to hold it for 1 day.
Uh-huh.
So overall, I would say that this is a great boon to sophisticated options sellers with
Look at
programs
you.
that know how to do this,
Look at
and is kind of like gambling
There
for
you go,
people that are on the
Jack.
buy side.
Finally.
So
Finally,
that's all
you
I'm
Trying to
got
get the
saying.
gambling word out.
he was trying to dance around
We're
it. He
breaking
was
out.
trying.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
I,
sports
I
betting. It's like the theta is the vig, and then
I-
then the market. Like this is great for market makers.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
options are great if you're, I believe you're a position trader. If on certain days, like today, there's a lot of news and a lot of earnings. Why not pay for a little bit of insurance on your long hold position? It's something
Sure, but you don't
I
do
like
that
yeah,
with a
to.
zero date option.
yeah, that's different.
You
Yeah.
do that with
I'm
like a
backed up by
monthly,
some
quarterly,
gains and
or a
like
year
you're
out.
already. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, hedging, right? Maybe hedging going into news event. I think for me,
Yeah.
what I'm seeing is there's, dare I say, younger generation. Like new traders are coming into this market. 18 years old. Every year there's a whole new whole new 18-year-old, and the next year
Love it.
18-year-olds, and they're seeing that zero DTE being such a popular thing
Lambo,
online, so popular on social media,
Instagram.
Exactly.
and it's continuing to pump this volume up. And then not only that, the access of it, right? You could just get on your phone, open up an app that has zero DTE, and it's so easy to trade them. That's
Is it instant these days? It used to take about a week when I started to get verified.
I don't know
Like
about the verification, but the fact that you could trade it from a phone from like internet
with no
connection
chart.
is
Does Robinhood
crazy.
have a chart yet? I haven't
I
looked at
don't
them in years.
I don't
They used to just have the scribble and
What?
it's dope.
They have like a platform
Robinhood is
now
old
too.
news.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah,
Okay.
Robinhood is old news.
I
There's
showed
bigger and better stuff out there.
I saw what Jack was showing screenshots of earlier, and I'm quite surprised how far that particular platform has established itself and moved, and how much edge they give out to the traders.
Hmm. Yeah, we could get into a deep conversation talking about options, Robinhood, and zero DTs, but the volume's increasing. Good or
Well, they
bad.
make yeah, it just is what it is. There's and Robinhood, I love breaking down when they do their earnings. Is like all their money comes from options and crypto.
Right.
Yeah,
Trade futures.
exactly.
Come trade pro ball, trade futures. This is real trade. I mean, like my phrase, real trading. It's not just, yeah, I'll leave it at that. This is pro ball trading. All right, Jack said we are breaking out, man. You pulled an Andre there, exaggerating the move. We kind of grind higher. We might be seeing, again, we are 10 points away in the ES for new all-time highs.
We're getting in a
63,
little free float zone here.
77.
220 up to 230-ish, kind of 10-point free float zone. Man, this grinding so slow. It sketched me out adding probably 6 times into this trade, and probably going to shoot the 10 points right now.
Here we go. Coast is clear now.
I might
Still in
add
this
into
too?
it. Yeah, I'm going to hold it all day long. I believe we might reach this. I've slept a little. Oh, it's gone. I had a little moon on the chart up in the 23,500.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Somebody. Oh, here it is. Here we go. There we go.
There's the treasure
we were
map.
talking about the moon here.
Order filled.
MP's treasure map.
Oh, those are the days. Pull up this chart, slap a big X up and to the right. This is where this market's going. All right, we got a few minutes here in fast markets. Doom always bringing the goods. All right, ES and NASDAQ grinding higher here. Again, ES 9 points away from all-time highs here. Someone hit the buy button. Take a look at the ladder. Harder on the bid, harder on the ask in the ES.
I know some traders call these zones like fair value or whatever. It's a free float where it kind of transitions from one volume bell curve into another. And often, if we had such price action where it cut through, there was no interest in these price, and our goal, not always, would easily flow upwards because there was not as much interest, not much transactions done at it. So get into the, I believe Hope would say like an upper value or the next high volume node or mean or so ever. But if we start building transactions in it, then I'm going to look for a reaction, either cut my trade and reverse or maybe add. We live, we see. It's barely giving me a 2-bar close above VWAP on the 5-minute or at 212. So I'm going to wait. This is what I was afraid of. I'm going to, not afraid, but more concerned that it's not going to give me a nice signal to add into the trade. That look at that sketchy body close on the 5 above VWAP.
I know,
It's
man.
not giving me the confidence to add against the trend. Hey, I'm in. I haven't jeopardized the location yet. Let it run.
Absolutely. Let it run indeed. All right, we'll see. Can we get to new all-time highs in the ES? We'll check in health. We'll see if Ross W's got a chance to tell us about that because he's a rising star. Live funded trader. We got live funded traders. We got 2 on with you right now. Another one coming up after this. He's had a great day in the markets. He made $1,100 yesterday, $27,000 with overall payouts. Ross W hanging out with Jack. Jack, did you know that? It'll be you and Dolby time.
I did know this. Yeah.
Hanging out with Ross W. Looking forward to that. We'll see if we can take some trades and see if we can get back to new all-time highs here on Top Step TV. Markets have woken up. There we go. Buys just came in here. We're pushing higher here. Over some trades. What just happened? Here we go. Oh, shit. New highs. New all-time highs ES. New all-time highs ES right now. We got morning recap coming up. Someone hit the damn buy button. And we're looking for headlines right now.
We're going to the moon.
Stay here. Yeah, someone just hit the buy button. Huge volume spike. I'm talking about 30,000 lot in the ES just hit. New all-time high, 63.81. 63.81.
Good thing I
New
don't have
all-time
a
highs.
hard monitor.
Jack, I got a 30,000 lot trade on this 5-minute candle.
Yeah, that was something. Still, I'm not seeing anything on the wire yet.
Okay. Yeah, I got 30. Huge volume spike here. New all-time highs. New all-time highs. We got morning
Wow.
recap coming up next.
that
That
out.
just
God, man,
Doom,
the
are you
way
still in
the-
this thing?
Yeah, before this cucumber, you're
Second
talking
time
about
today
bringing
that
on all that
happened.
trade and stuff. You see, this is what I said
Wow.
earlier. Top step, forging traders.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did not expect that coming on the sign off. All right. Morning recap coming up next. We'll get an update about Eddie from Hogue as well. But the markets have just woken up. That's why we stay locked in. These markets going to lull you to sleep. That's what our competition. Our competition's sleeping. We're locked in here on Top Step TV. Morning recap coming up next. Huge volume spike in the ES. Top Step TV. Let's go.
Limits because they help slow us down. When we're trading poorly, but setting your own personal daily loss limit, like I try to do, is really helpful.
Order filled.
Hey, friends and traders, as always, please remember to like and subscribe.
All right, welcome to the morning recap. We just had some news coming into the equities markets. If you were watching, pretty big tape bomb to the upside. It is apparently the U.S. and the EU are getting closer and closer to a 15% tariff deal. Good news, of course. So lots of buyers coming in on that. Currently pushing back off those highs as we speak. But as always, we're going to talk about the trades that were taken today and take a look at what we're looking for the rest of the afternoon. Seeing some, this is about the U.S. and EU tariff deal getting closer. So that's a good thing. Order One of filled. the uncertainties maybe we're going to be able to put behind us, but let's start with gold. We missed the opening range trade in gold. It was the opposite direction of the last couple of days. The opening range was at the high of the regular trading hour session. We did, however, take a house account trade in gold on a, let's take a look here on a sort of a Order filled. failed downside auction. Order filled. This is presenting it on the 30-minute time change. There was a pretty good buying tail if you start the day at 7:20. So we got long 5 Order Michael filled. Gold. We did take some profits on 2 of them. Pretty decent profit up there. What did we make? About $5, 50 ticks on 2 of them, and then we moved our stop to break even and got stopped out. Now you see the market continuing to push to the downside with the advent of that news. We can take a look at crude oil. Crude oil has been very difficult as far as the opening range trade is concerned. A pretty big opening range in crude today. So we took 5 micros. We actually waited for a pullback inside of the opening range to get this short on. 64.93 was the level that we were short. it did kind of try and pay us a little bit. Spent a lot of time back inside the opening range itself. We did get a little pop up here where we put in the initial balance high, stopped out at 65.18. So let's take a look at the S&Ps now. We did not take any trades in the S&Ps, but if we were watching the opening call, a lot of difference in the markets between the S&P and in the Nasdaq. The S&P opened with a little bit of a gap between yesterday's session high and today. Well, overnight inventory was long. That overnight inventory brought us right to close the gap, almost, well, exactly to the tick to the high of yesterday's range. Buyers started coming in there. We've seen those buyers continuing to try and push price higher. And with this tape bomb, we just took out the high of the initial balance. Of course, we're going to be monitoring to see if we have any continuation above that initial balance high. And yes, that is a new all-time high that did occur now in the regular trading hour session. So the S&P is presenting as the stronger of the two between the S&P yesterday inside the range, no gap. A little bit of a different story here in the Nasdaq, and I'm kind of looking at that as uh, probably the fact that we have some major tech earnings coming out after the close. A lot of folks probably just kind of hedging and positioning themselves for the releases of those numbers, of those earnings after the close. Again, it's Alphabet, Tesla. Who else do we have? We have T-Mobile, IBM, as well as a bunch of other ones. But overall, I think that the earnings have been positive. As Jack says, a lot of these
Order filled
valuations have been worked into the market almost to buy the rumors, sell the news type of effect, especially here in
Order
the Nasdaq.
filled.
So
Order filled.
Again, opening in range and in value. We're still inside
Order
a normal
filled.
trading day from yesterday. So not a whole bunch of changes occurring, but with some pretty decent opportunities. Nonetheless, there's always opportunities. We're always primed and ready for those. So in the Nasdaq, Dakota was the first to stick his toe in the water. He got short 3 MNQ 23,206 and took a really quick profit on that. Very nicely done, scaled out of the three, and about an average of 23,170, about $120 profit. Doom got in this long really just after 9 o'clock, and he, as far as we know, is still in it. Doom, if you get out of that trade, please let us know in the chat if you're still watching. But what a wonderful opportunity, what a wonderful trade. I mean, he did take a little bit of heat on it at times, but he's managed to hold that all the way into this tape bomb, into this new news coming into the market, and in this watching the S&Ps trading to all-time highs. So we've got a little bit in this market. Dakota, a little bit after the Doom started looking at that long and got into that long, started looking at some shorts right up here about 23,180. He accumulated an average of that price, and for a little while, I mean, he was sitting in looking for some
Order
continuation
filled.
to the downside. That just did not happen. His stop was up at 23,214. Pretty much got high ticked on that, but of course, the market has continued to push to the upside. So good risk management on that, Dakota, and I think he pretty much ended up down just a little bit from fast markets, and that is what we are looking at now. I know a lot of folks have been asking questions. Well, yeah, the news. If you're still
Order
looking
filled.
for what happened on that pop there, apparently the U.S. and the EU have moved a lot closer in agreeing on a 15% tariff. So there's where that news came in. So a lot of you have been asking about Eddie. I'm in contact with Eddie or his wife every day. Eddie is doing great. He's in his workshop. He is doing creative things. He is active. He is doing very well. And again, he appreciates everybody asking about him. And we know and love Eddie for so long. And he knows and loves all of you. And thank you for asking. I every day when I talk to him, I tell him how many people are asking. And again, he certainly appreciates it and looks forward to coming back as soon as possible. So, much love from Eddie and much love for Eddie. Let's take a look at a quotable quote. All right. This is from Socrates, and those of you in the know would call him Socrates. And it's kind of a common one, but it's so true when it comes to trading and becoming a good trader. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. Losses are just part of trading. They're not failures. It's just one trade. If you can get up and look for the next good trade, we look forward to seeing your success. And that is it for the market prep. We have Ross W. coming up next.
Order filled.
Rising Star, live funded trader. Ross had a great day yesterday, making about $1,100, and with $27,000 worth of overall payouts. Ross is not to be ignored. So stick around for the Rising Star segment coming up. And this is Top Step TV. Let's go. Lots more good stuff coming up.
everybody, we're back. Welcome to Rising Star. We're here today with
Order
Ross,
filled.
live funded trader. He's taking 27K in payouts. He knows what he's doing. Guess what? The market grind, explode right when we're going to break. Ross, what are you looking at right now?
Oh man, I've got my chart up here. I like to mark out the overnight highs and lows.
Order filled.
Liquidity levels. I was looking right at the
Order filled.
63.85 level this morning. There was a bunch
Order
of liquidity
filled.
between 84 and 86, about 500 contracts on ES. That was just sitting there.
Order
which
filled.
Is kind of always an indication somebody's going to go try to find it at some point. And that's exactly,
Order filled.
We've bounced right off of what 85.
Order filled.
25.
Order rejected.
Right off of that upward
Nice.
liquidity with the news up there.
Well, let's take a deep breath here and get caught
Order
up so we get
filled.
to know Ross better. Apparently, the news that sent it was that the White House and the EU are close to
Order
closing
filled.
a 15% deal on tariffs, which is similar to what Japan got. There's a few things excluded, like aircrafts, medical devices, and spirits. That's a weird combination. So that's what sent us higher. So the question is it buy the rumor, sell the news, or do we just kind of let this play out a little bit? Ross, are you in any trades right now, or are you flat?
Flat right now. I had a couple of trades this morning, and then I don't like to try to trade the super high volatility that we're seeing now. I saw it chop for a while, and now we're in the crazy mode here.
We are indeed in crazy mode, but the guy that looks like Crazy Frog at the bottom here, Dolby time, use keys the house account. Are you scoping out anything yet, or are you just staying patient?
Staying patient right now. We're kind of in, I would say, the middle of the range. The 4-hour range looks really nice today, kind of topping out around like 23,300 with the low around like 23,150. So we're kind of stuck in the middle of that. If we could get back up to the extremes or down to the extremes, I'd probably be more interested in a trade. But earnings week so far has been pretty tough. We kind of get like a big initial push in the morning, kind of flat lines all day, and then maybe you get a move at the very end of the day during power hour. So a lot of sideways chop. Maybe there's some range trades to be taken. We will see, though. If it comes up, we'll take it, though, for sure.
For those just joining, because I saw the questions in the chat, is there news moving it? Yes, there is. Right as we were ending fast markets, I believe the Financial Times broke a story that the EU and the US are close to an agreement on tariffs. We had Japan last night. We had this now. Right now, the ES trading 63.76.77, which is about at the
Order
overnight
filled.
high from before the bell this morning. Ross, do you only trade the ES, or are you a man of many products?
Order filled.
I when I switched to futures, I traded ES, and
Order filled.
I kind of went the popular route of switching the trade.
Order
into
filled.
for a little while. That didn't work out so well for me. I think just my style of trading. I've actually banned myself from in the risk settings from trading NQ anymore. Locked myself out of any temptation to do that. So I just trade the ES. I've been looking at gold a little bit more.
Order filled.
And I think I've taken a few trades on that. In my XFA accounts, but not in my live account.
So it sounds like the success that you've had has been in the ES versus the NQ, which gave you a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, it was hard for me to get those long streaks of consistency with NQ just personally, and I was able to find that consistency with ES. Last year I had I think a 30-day win streak in an XFA account, and then this account that transferred to live, I did 33 days, $200 plus before going live.
30 days. Wow. Well, I'm going to ask you to kind of frame out the market in a few, but first, tell us a little something about that's some remarkable consistency. What sort of strategy are you using to kind of achieve that consistency?
So mostly what I am doing is like a mean reversion strategy off of liquidity, looking for levels that either failed to we go higher or failed to go lower, and just kind of the statistical assumption that we're going to fail to go higher again, or if we start to fail to go higher, then we're going to push a little bit lower again. So like I have my chart marked out here, this London high that we're bouncing off of right now. This would typically be a if it was a non-news event, this would typically be a good trade for me. I'm on the 5-minute and I just see this big push up, and basically what I'm looking for is this reversal candle, and then as soon as we start pushing the bottom of this 5-minute candle, I'll get in and just trail it with a stop. Looking for coming back to the next level that we have on our chart, which I track these liquidity levels. I'm looking at Bookmap to see kind of what's in the DOM sitting for orders. So we have like 100 here,
Order
150,
filled.
At
Order
72
filled.
and at 70, those might be good targets to start with.
So look at the maybe dip your toe in a buy at 72.
Yeah, so now that we've kind of reversed, trend to go up, I might be looking for a dip back to 72 or 70 before, looking for another reversal back long.
Nice.
We
Order
do have a bunch
filled.
of liquidity up between that 85 and 87 that got put back on too. So we have, 700, 800, almost, 800, 900 contracts between 84, 75 and 86 here. So that's another target that we're kind of looking for.
Cool. Well, we've retreated about 10 points in the ES. Dolby, in the house account, are you going to be looking at the ES or the NQ?
NQ, but I do like his roster idea is awesome. I love that. But in the NQ, so I think
Order
the
filled.
23,200s to 23,180s would be pretty interesting as well, and that would approximately, I think, line up with kind of your long in the ES. We've seen a couple traders actually switch from NQ to ES. Mo, fan favorite, being one of them. So it's a good lesson out there that if one market isn't treating you right, there might be a different market that fits your personality or risk appetite a little bit better. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we got Michael in the chat. Michael has risen to say, hell yeah, Ross. Thanks for helping others in Discord. It sounds like you're a popular guy in the Discord. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started with Top Step, and I really like the community at in the Discord, and I was just helping people out with the mental side, with some strategy stuff, and then with the program rules and things like that. And about 6 months ago, I got asked to become a Discord ambassador. So I've been doing that for the last 6 months. Been a great experience, helping out traders, not only with the Top Step program, but also, sometimes that after hours coaching after they had a bad day or they're looking for a little, advice on their trading or something. I kind of love helping people in that way. Shout out to all the Discord ambassadors, the biggest, the smartest, most helpful group of people that you'll find, in the space.
You're getting a
That is
lot of love
amazing.
in chat from all these people.
Yep.
Any advice to someone who's maybe been hesitant on joining the Discord? And any advice that you'd give them? Water's warm, man. It's a good spot.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great community to start with. I'm a bit of a Discord junkie. I've hopped around between a lot of different groups trying to find that that place that resonated with me, and Top Step is definitely one of those. I'm kind of looking for. I've always looked for different pieces to add to my own strategy. I think that's the best thing people can do. And if you put yourself around people that are successful or trading well and trying to just learn something from them, you can call it mentoring, whatever you want to call it, but just picking something up from people and adding it to your own strategy if it works for you. It's kind of in my strategy in building. What's been
Order filled.
working for me for the last 6 months.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you hanging out in there and helping all of our traders. I think they're at over 160,000 members now.
Yeah.
So it is a very lively community. Jack, I cut you off before I went on this little Discord tangent. Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, for those that don't know, the Discord is Dolby's baby. Dolby was the Discord daddy, correct? Did you start that?
I did. I started it from scratch. Started at 0, and now it's at 160,000 and growing. Shout out to Trent. I can take some credit for starting it. I can't take credit for what Trenton has done. He's really upped the game in the Discord, and he's taken that torch and made it truly incredible over there. So props to Trenton. He's the Discord guy now. But yes, it was my baby, but it's all grown up. It's graduated college. It has a full-time job now. Probably having babies. It's doing great.
Having those babies. We are retracing the move right now in the
big
ES.
time.
Just to read a few headlines coming off that are confusing to me. EU diplomats. A broad majority of EU members would support using anti-coercion instrument in the event of no U.S. trade deal and U.S. tariffs of 30%. They also say the EU and US are heading towards a potential trade deal at 15% baseline, which we already knew that. But we are retracing the move nonetheless. Maybe, as we said, buy the rumor, sell the news. Ross, is there ever a level of volatility where you just kind of go hands off, or are you still looking right here to take trades because we got this movement?
I'm looking at I look at Bookmap over here on the side and kind of see what's what the big guys are doing, putting on orders, and I see it kind of flashing like this, big orders coming on and off. This is almost news event level, FOMC sort of level. So I go pretty hands off during that. You saw me. I just switched over to MES. There's no way I'm putting on an ES in this environment. But that 70 to 72 level I was just talking about.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So you were looking. So you like that 72 level because, just to remind me again, because it looked like there was a lot of size there.
Yeah, there was size at 72, about 100 contracts, and there's still at 70. We didn't quite absorb. There's a 150 contracts sitting right at 70. So yeah, I kind of like to look for those and then look for this